obsessed with it right. Nigga, you know, that just what? Know my worth. I know my soul. Know my identity, nigga. I know my role, nigga. I won't be a clone. Hoes wanna cry me a river, you know I'm the bitch. You know I'm the boat. You know I'm being me. You know I'm being me. You know I'm the plays, man. Nigga like Eric, man, me knowing she fooling you, enemy knowing she. Tell the rest of me, yeah. Yeah, okay, wow. Bad little bitch, she popping that pussy, she pumping that back, she all in that bag. All in that bag, hey. Work the rest of the heart attack. Hey, all that bag. That page is doing, y'all got bitch, I got that bitch, yeah. Bad little bitch, she stopping there like she popping shit. Red, green, blue. You know, I'm mobbing quick, I'm mobbing quick. You know, I'm mobbing quick. I'm mobbing with. Niggas, I'm mobbing with. Making sure we still rocking, man. Hey, nigga, know I'm got it. Bitch, nigga, I ain't got to put a sin. Shit, you know it's out in it. It's a name on a gang. Hey, a flame and a, yeah. Whoa. And a gang or, you know what? Where's this nigga, man? Put it on the edge of the headphone. Obsessed with the paper. Huh? And that pet. Really obsessed with the bad little bitch. She said the paper. What? Everything you know I came with. Who's the ones that I came with? What? Hey man, we getting set up, man. Don't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm feeling good when I set up on a live. You know what I'm saying? When I let y'all see me set everything up. So we clean up around here. Chop it up tonight. I'm feeling good in the Liz app. Me up tonight. I was gonna cry me a river, you know I'm a bitch, you know I'm the boat, you know I'm being me. Go ahead, nigga like Eric Benamy. I'm listening to one of my waves, man. I wish I could let y'all hear it and me hear it at the same time, but that ain't the way it's going, so we're gonna keep it rocking. Hard as that. You know, that's hard as that. Hey, all that that. Hey, just doy. Yakovic, I got that bitch. Hey, ooh, you know when I'm stopping, man. I gotta start getting shit. I gotta start getting shit right and ready, man. I'm about to have to start rocking and rolling soon, man. Putting all this shit together. Nigga in this bitch and niggas like with the piss and but can't wait to talk shit, man. Let y'all niggas hear this or just pop some shit. Yeah, look at that, nigga. Who you know doing that, man? And it's really supposed to be wireless, so I ain't even supposed to be having to do all that I am doing. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I really need to do something where I got both mics set up, but we don't want to do too much. We ain't gonna do too much right now. Like I said, man, we got people tuning in and out, but it's all good, man. You know, like I said, you know I'm feeling good when I'm letting niggas tune in and I ain't even set up yet. So we really going BTS. We going BTS, man, for real, for real. Stuff with the paper. Let's go, man. We just gonna keep it going. I'm feeling good. We just gonna keep rocking. We set everything up. Whatever it is that we may set up. Whatever it is that we may set up, and that's how we want to rock, man. We can set up what we want to set up. I got this song on repeat right now, man. So I'm just staying in my zone. You know, I'm one of them guys. I might get y'all something to look at, might not. Hey, obsessed with a regular bad little bitchy. Hey, okay, hey. I need to get on here. I need to get on here and rap one day. Expand this shit. Expound everything. You know what I'm saying? We got the new things, man. You know my role, know my worth, I know my soul, know my identity, nigga, I know my role. Nigga, I won't be a crow. I was on the crime a river, you know on the bitch, you know on the boat, you know I'm being me. You know the play, man, ball head nigga like Eric, enemy, knowing she run, she enemy, knowing she enemy, man. Come to the rest of me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, that little baby. It's hard to argue that. Bad little bitch. You popping that pussy, she popping that back. See, well, you can set your shit up live when you're on here. That's how you know you got a good setup, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you got confidence in what you're doing. And I really can make this shit even more crazy to where it's like y'all can hear me either way. That's really what I need to do. Let's look into that. So how will we do that? With the use of this. I'm talking here because that's the mic, but wireless solutions. This is the best production show. This is the best nigga with that. And when I put this on, but I don't know. I thought I was gonna chop it up with some shit about some shit, but these might not be charged. I doubt they is. See, let's see. You usually hold it. It come on. They're not charged. But if this is charged, this will charge a motherfuckers quick. So let's see. I doubt this is charged too. If we get even a little spark, niggas in trouble. Absolute dead. So that's how you know we got to get back in the lab and get everything right. things, but I don't want to do them right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, is this charged? I don't know how I was gonna do it, but just know I'm setting up right now, man. Let's see. So let me show y'all, man, what I done installed in the lab, man. What's the word? What I done invented, introduced. I didn't include it. You know what I'm saying? Because we want this to be a good experience. So now I got my phone, right? We got an aux. So now you're gonna be fucking with your boy on the aux. So y'all want to see what your boy listening to. I don't know how it's coming in or not, but I just know. Test, test. Yo, man. This shit ain't even coming in. This shit gotta stop, man. This shit coming in. Man, I'ma act the goddamn fool. This shit ain't coming in. Let's say, look, man, we could do it all in my damn lab. Where's my remote? I'm gonna need a Velcro thing for my remote. I know my shit ain't coming in with my aux though. That's one thing I can't see. But why is it not? Is the question. Let's see. Shit don't make us. This shit don't make us no different, man. So I'm saying we gotta have everything handy. Why? Cause you know we might have to do some shit on the fly. Like right now, I'm trying to wonder why this shit not coming through my aux. Oh, probably cause who knows? I don't know. We got different hookups, man. But like I said, you know it's a good day. You know I'm feeling good when I let niggas watch me set up, and I'm not even set up on the live. You know, but I feel like that's somewhere we getting to, right? And then too, I even need to have this right to where I could just grab this and move it. You feel me? But I need enough space, so that's really what I was doing, clearing out enough space to where I could move this if I want to. But you know, I'm feeling good, and that's kind of where I want to get the space to where, like I say, I don't necessarily have to. I don't have to be um, already set up. Like I could set this shit up when I want to. Like that's how I want to have it. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes things go as planned, sometimes they don't. But I don't know. But yeah, all I just say, you know, it's a good. I'm feeling good. We should be able to do that, but there's things that go into why I don't do that all the time. But that's how you know I'm feeling good. I'm setting up the live on here. But like I said, this is a production show, man. We should be able to do that. I'll tell you what. charge these and we can have an even more convenient setup, right? Take two of these. It's fucking my vibe up though. Trying to hook up the aux because the aux ain't working right now. We'll get into that. Just play that shit on my iPod, AirPods. Y'all just gonna have to motherfucking imagine what the fuck I'm going through right now. Yeah, feel me? That's crazy because the exact monitoring that's on the test mic, whatever the levels are, is matching on my preamp. I need to set up my Sony as a B cam too. That would be so fire. Coming soon. On my soul, memory. Niggas know I got it. Nigga, that's a name or a gang. Nigga, that's a flame in a game. You ain't got a game or a thing. Maybe it's because I need to have a signal coming through. Oh, this is what I was doing. Alright, what I'm doing. We still setting up. What we gonna do, we just gonna reward the people that watch through. If you don't watch, you're just gonna miss shit, you know? That's how we doing. Respect the process. Nigga obsessed with the razor. Bad little bitch said, well, why? He. Come on, wait. Nigga mad at me forever. I hate it. Pussy. I'm stepping on game. What? Everything you know I came from. So I'm obsessed with the ones that I came with. What? What? Yeah, hey. You know I still my whole game on what? Still in the city, still my whole name on what? What? Change this what? Nigga, you know me wrong. I know my worth. I know my soul. I know my identity. Nigga, I know my role. Nigga, I won't be a clone. Call me a river, you know I'm the bitch, you know I'm the boat, you know what I'm being me. You know what I'm being me. Bald head nigga like Eric Benemy. I gotta fix the ox. But then as I'm thinking of that, I'm thinking about setting the game up and all this other shit I was gonna do. So do I even want to do that right now? I don't know. But that's live from the lab, man. It's gonna be hard for a nigga to watch this, just watch it through. But like I say, this just what happened when you 10 toes down and you just rocking with the process. And you want to see things. Sometimes you just gotta, it's like if a nigga trying to put you on something, you just gotta do it at their pace. If your granddad said, "Hey, ride down with me to the store," then I might take you get some Sonic. You want some Sonic? Granddaddy might have to make 4, 5 different other stops. That's just how the shit go. Look at me using all of my in the country references like I grew up all the way in the country. But no, it's just that when you get old enough, you realize the value in the little lessons you learn like that. Nigga, that's a nigga. This shit obvious. Game or nigga 30, bitch. You know 30. Clear out some floor space so I can move this shit around. That's all it come down to. Wrap this mic cable around there. That way. Yeah. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. A freaky freak, y'all. That's what I'm Run that shit back. That shit get my mind on autopilot. Actually, we're gonna take this off and we're gonna think real quick. We're gonna think out loud. I don't want to do that shit because I don't want to make it too monotonous. I don't want to make it too staged. Is really what I'm trying to say. But then again, I don't care about my mood. Sometimes I like to work off my mood. But guess what? Moods come and go. Let's see what's going on. Nigga mad at me forever, a hater. I don't know. Let's try Okay. Okay, I love what I'm doing that beat. I know that shit we back. Hey, we back, nigga. We back as a motherfucker. Hey, stepping a raid on Hey, yeah. Okay, I'm fucking with y'all niggas now. You 5 years? This what I'm listening to right now while I'm getting right. You feel me? I'm stepping on gators, what? Bitch, and I step when I everything you know I came. These hoes obsessed with the ones that I came with. Every set that I came with, what? Every set that you came. Let me know, man. Let me know in the comments. Hey, bitch, you know that I set the whole game up. Stepping in the city just to step my whole name up. Stepping my name up, stepping my way. Nigga, gon' change this now. Nigga forever look dangerous, what? Nigga, I'm stepping with nigga gon' anxious, stepping with angels. You know, I know my motherfucking worth. I know my soul, I know my identity. Nigga, I know my role. Nigga, I won't be a clone. Nigga, I won't be exposed. I won't be a bold. Hoes wanna cry me a river. You know what I'm bitch, you know I'm the bold. You know I'm being me, knowing I'm being me. Calling them plays. And I could even break certain shit down like that. That's what I was going to do. She wanna get it for the recipe, knowing and mad at me. Baby, she sucking that told her the friend, suck up the rest of me, knowing I'm that nigga, baby, you know I argue that. Bad little bitch, she popping that pussy, I'm popping that flat, and you arching your back. One little fuck, but nigga can't arrest me, nigga ain't behind your back. Man, hands behind your back, cardiac arrest, that's a heart attack. I should get on here and just start breaking shit. I'm trying to get back to thinking what I was already thinking. Baby, nigga in a run with an artist. All that bitch with all that bad, all that bad, like me too
Yeah, I know what I was thinking. Sometimes you gotta take a break, pause, think, low-key meditate. But obviously not doing the sort of meditation that is pushing Buddhism and nothing like that. You're tapping it into some type of demon.
Nigga, you know I'm guiding this shit. Running this bitch, I'm taking
And
shit
going
like
to the
I got
fucking, what they call that shit, transcending into the transdimensional plane and all this other shit.
that I'm shining with. Knowing that I flame and I came, that shit obvious. You ain't got a game or a brain, you a dotty bitch. You ain't know a dotty bitch. Never starting shit. No one never stocking quit. No one never stop. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I could give you a whole game, bro, about getting your mind right, because I literally had to do it myself. You know what I'm saying? So look, we got a little structure and order now. You know? To where, you feel me, if I want to move this, I could do it. And if I want to, you know, let's say we want to sharpen up real quick. Hold on, wait a minute. There we go. What the fuck? Hold on, wait a minute. Let's see. This is all part of the setup. That's why it's called Live from the Lab, man. We doing everything right here, right now, you know? You know, impromptu. Okay, so we gotta see what's wrong with that. Got some other shit, you know, I get y'all something else while y'all waiting. That's what I need to start doing. Y'all tell me what it is, you feel me?
Straight ahead. Take from your head. Play ahead. Second option. I ain't never stopping. I ain't never stopping. Baby, you ain't never popping. You ain't stopping popping. Niggas hating on me. They forever watching. Hey, that little bitch, she good for the optics. Throw it back, that's a pass option. Niggas hating on me, microscopic. Look like no, I'm swimming like like a Pisces dolphin. Blowing them off, knowing I'm scoffing. Fucking a bitch, she knowing the scoffing. Taking it off. Coming this bitch, you know them stepping back like stepping. Little bitch, you know I'm known for my offense. Hey, no offense. And you see you towing it. See you got that ass for sure. I like how you towing it. I like how you throwing it. I like it with I look at it. I got it with a bitch. Yeah, what goes in there? Me, what? M-E, baby. Bitch, M-E, baby. Me, please believe, baby. Me, baby, believe, baby. I don't leave with paper. Hey, what? I'm obsessed with these papers. Get it? Hey, girl, I'm seeing tape. Girl, you know I came up in this bitch. You know I'm saving all that money. I'm a fucking Green Ranger. Hey, fuck it. Hey. Calling, I'm a team. Katie with it. Shooting like motherfucking Katie with it. That little bitch, she got a little twin like Ashley, Mary Kate. I call it Katie with it. You don't even know what I'm saying with it. Don't even talk about it, little bitch. I'm saying you with it. Hey, you a little bad little bitch. I ain't saying you with it. What? You fucking your friend? I ain't changing your vision. Hey, little ass nigga, I can't. Girl, I came up in here. I'm a little something that's dangerous. Dangerous to deal with. Girl, I'm dangerous to deal. Let's come in this bitch. All this shit is insanely suspicious, ain't it? Hey, moving with a gang of ninjas. All black, yeah, we looking insanely suspicious. Hey, that's some rim shit. I'm rimming shit. Ripping the rim, anyway. Hey. I got money, yeah, I'm in this bitch. Hey, I love it like the niggas that I'm getting it with. All my niggas on, and we getting strong. We in control. And your nigga, get it long. That's your narrative. What if you niggas will? Hey, they say Lando, what? Put a nigga on. Got a bad bitch, chicken stones. I might break a bitch's bones. She gon' get up in that whip up. the zone. Feel damn, but you feel me for
Get all the way. You can
I
get
feel like it's
you can get
difficult.
as you
I feel
niggas
like
want
we
it.
different souls.
You know
I
what
feel
I'm
like
saying?
it's niggas can't fuck with me, man.
the
It's
best
just
stream
that
in the
simple.
world.
I've
That's
been
the
on this
best-
shit
the
before.
best
I don't know what these niggas know.
We
I don't know what these niggas know. I don't.
I just do it I just do it from a different side, man. The production. I could do it in front and behind. You know what I'm saying? We'll run that back. Let me know, man. Niggas in here, man.
Yeah, straight ahead. Hey, second option. I ain't never stopping, never stopping, baby. You ain't never popping. You ain't stopping popping. Niggas hating on me, what? They forever watching. Hey, that little bitch, she good for the optics. Throw it back, that's a pass of option. Niggas hating on me, microscopic. Look like I'm swimming like a pipe, like a Pisces dolphin. Knowing I'm off, knowing I'm scoffing. Fucking a bitch, ain't knowing the scoffing, taking it off. Coming this bitch, you know I'm stepping back like stepping. Little bitch, you know I'm known for my offense. Hey, no offense, yeah, you say you towing it, and you got that ass for sure. I like how you towing it, I like how you throwing it. I like it with I look at it. I got what it, yeah, what goes in there, okay? What? BME, baby, bitch, ME, baby, me. Please believe, baby, me, baby, believe, baby. I don't leave with paper. Hey, what? I'm obsessed until it's paper. Get it? Hey, girl, I'm seeing paper. Girl, you know I came up in this bitch. You know I'm saving all that money. I'm a fucking Green Ranger. Hey, fuck it. Hey, Kevin, I'm a team changer. Katie with it. Shoot like motherfucking Katie with it. That little bitch, she
One version of my
got a little twin like Ashley, Mary Kate. I call it Katie with it. You know what I'm saying with it. Don't even talk about it, little bitch. I'm saying you with it. Hey, you a little bad little bitch. I ain't saying you with it. What? You fucking your friend? I ain't changing your vision. Hey, little ass nigga, I can't. Girl, I came up in here. I'm a little something that's dangerous. Dangerous. Girl, I'm dangerous. Let's come in this bitch. All this shit is insanely suspicious. Ain't it? Hey, moving with a gang of ninjas. All black. Yeah, we looking insanely suspicious. Hey, that's some Rimmel shit. I'm rimming the shit. I'm rimming the rim. Anyway, hey, I got money. Yeah, I'm in this bitch. Hey, I love it like the niggas that I'm getting it with. All my shit is on, and we getting strong. We in control. Get it strong. Get it long. Now I got to move around these niggas. Well, hey, they say Lando, what? Put a nigga on,
which is wicked, cause this is supposed to be.
I might break a bitch's bone. She gon' get up in that ball, in that zone. I feel like studio is wired. I feel like we different souls. I feel like these niggas can't fuck with me, man. I've been on this shit before. I know what these niggas know. I don't know what these niggas know. I don't want my niggas know. I don't.
But let me plug my other light up.
Add some color to this bitch, man. Let me put y'all on game about some production shit, man. Really put y'all on game. Forgive me, I'm in here doing everything one-handed, by the way. I see the problem we have in here. There we go. Got to dig motherfucking deep for that. It's gonna be worth it, man. Cause at the end of the day, man, all this shit gotta get done one way. What they used to say, one way or another. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get your nigga one way. How we wanna play? Shit, we gonna have to play. We gonna have to keep it P with this. Hold on, wait a minute. I don't know about this one. Yeah, there we go. Got that shit hooked up. Keep it a P ski on this. So let's see. Let me show you what we got going, man. You definitely ain't gonna be able to see it until I crank it up. I gotta re-download the app. See, everything I can control damn near on my phone. Some shit I can, some shit I can't. And you know, we just setting everything up, man. Sure. I'm saying if we want to, we could whoa, right? And you add that in the backdrop, right? Add that with a little bit of this, you know. And then what you gonna do? You just what? You just, you know, if I needed extra lighting, my damn self from a different, you know, let's say I'm properly lit there, but I'm not properly lit, you know, anywhere else. I could do a lot of different things, you know. But you know, it just adds some flair to it, but you know, it just depends about, you know, what color you want. But you know, if I wanted to yada yada yada, you know, just add a little touch, you know. But we ain't even worry about that right now, right? Because all we worried about is getting all this shit to the point where it's all working together and we can move around. And, movability, you know. just want some fluidness. We want everything to flow. It's the feng shui, right? Not just for the aesthetics, but just practically. So, see how here? Hello, you know. And look, even in the background, you see that little touch of blue, you know. I noticed you wouldn't usually notice it, but you know, now you're gonna notice it a little bit. It's just you notice a little more blue in the back, you know, make me stand out from the background. Ooh, that's a little, you know, that's something that they say, you know, that's something the experts say, or the YouTube guys say, and the lighting guys, you know. I'm not really all the way into that space like that. You know, I got my own things that I like and I think, but like I say, I'm not really, you know, I'm not certified on that level yet. So we just gonna keep the shit how it go. I think I'm gonna do something for my hand real quick, man. You know, we still setting shit up in the lab. You're getting a behind the scenes look. Hopefully, at a certain point, you know what I'm saying? I'm just up tonight. I'm just kicking shit. I'm just kicking back. I'm just cooling. So this is what I'm doing. This is what I would be doing anyway. So I'm just doing it on the stream. You know, we'll see how long I stay up and we'll just kick it. You know, I got some shit to pop, but like I say, sometimes I do these things and I'm not necessarily always in the mood to cover everything to the extent that I may want to. So sometimes I just elect not to, but you know, it's about getting, like I say, the feng shui, so everything has usability, so I can move around here, I can navigate, you know, without having too much trouble. So hold on.
I'm already seeing a problem.
You know, of course, even though all my shit got wheels on it, you know, you still got to make sure the cable management and all of that is cool. So that if I just we want everything so we could just, you know, if we got to, just slide up out the way or slide this over here, slide that over there. You know what I mean? Let me stop playing real quick. We gonna get y'all a little something else, man, while we waiting. Cause I ain't gonna speak on that.
Can do, bro. I told you niggas that these niggas can do shit, man. You don't have fucking convinced of that. Now I'm back on you motherfucking niggas, man. I live the first years. I don't even fuck that on them, motherfucker. Okay. Hey, what you need on? Baby girl, I feed your slow. Baby girl, I'm at that fucking dough, little bitch, you know it's dinging on. I know shit you bringing on. Baby girl, she fucking with me, she know every single song. Hey, girl, I do not need no more. I can get that cranium, that meaning that I teach you slow. Baby girl, these niggas hating on me, yeah. Each his own. One thing, I'm a dog, little bitch, but I don't eat a bone. Baby girl, eating on. Niggas always haters wanna know while I'm reading strong. Yeah, the weak and strong. Baby girl, I'm gonna keep that savage. Yeah, my weak and strong. I'm tweaking on. I get on my tweaking on. They say what you tweaking for? I just need a I might play my secret role. I might play a secret role, and I'm gonna tell her singing song. It's something that you singing song. Fucking baby girl, let's fight, meaning that it's single slow, meaning that it's single run. Baby girl, I need a run. She gon' money, need a fun. I'm that nigga, be the one. Yeah, nigga, need a fun. I'm just being me the one. I'm just being me. Yeah, she love me. Yeah, she think it's fun. I get one of for these hoes. I fuck every single one. I come run this bitch. Yeah, I'm shooting. And I don't need a gun. Shooting with the weapon, girl. I'm stepping with my reason. Yeah, I'm ballin'. I'm ringing like I'm in a stepping in arenas, my name ringing like a reason, meaning that I be the one. Baby, I can crease some baby, girl, I'm stepping in the ways of that. I'm a cheap for fun, Trailer bitch, she cheap for fun. Hey, and I reach for fun. We don't start that, play that, no one to play back. Running the playback, running the Maybach. I get that whole on the Maybach. In the day and then, Yeah, something that you niggas wanna see again. Pussy nigga, if you love me, baby, go and bring a friend. I might have to come up and I'm shooting, but I ain't a fan. What? Girl, I'm swimming in that pussy, I don't wear, man. Baby girl is with me, yeah, I'm ballin' like I'm like I raid the gym. Girl, you know I'm blasting like I'm mailman. I lay the land, I survey the land, meaning I got lay a land. Girl, I'm going pull up, I'm not Christ, I got my favorite lamb. Yeah, I got hoes on my bumper, yeah, they chasing him. Yeah, you know I'm like hard test, I keep the pace in them. Fish like a pace for running this bitch like an Indian that pays her. Baby girl, you know that shit. Hey, she doing a favor. Hey, sweeping the bitch, I'm sweeping the bro, I'm doing a favor. Hey, you know I'm playing it, baby girl. I'm not knowing to play with, knowing to play with. Gotta praise me like TD Jakes did. Okay, that's funny. Hey, she ain't wasting it. You know what I'm saying? These niggas ain't fucking with me in no capacity, bro. They see me straight way, dog. No capacity, and they wonder why no niggas. We go to any beat. My beat selection is motherfucking elite at this point, man.
Yeah. My bad. I had to get right, man. I had to get right. But like I was saying, man, the whole point about this is just having it to where, you know what I'm saying, we could slide around. Everything is convenient at my disposal, you know, and we can make a transition going from here to there. And shout out to, you know, my people, man. Shout out to my family. It's about having good family, man. Somebody you can, you know, that's what life is about, man. What y'all know about this, man? Let me see what y'all know about this. We gonna see what y'all know about this when I put that motherfucker on my real niggas know what this about, you know. Like I had a do-rag on with, you know. Remember back in the day I used to come through like this, a little stock, you know. On my Stockton. You know, obviously that shit a little too tight around the OYG shit, but you know, I don't want to do that though, cause you know you don't want to stretch that joint. And I used to, boom, slide the glasses right underneath that motherfucker like that. You know, that's JT. You know what I'm saying? That's when niggas used to really know. You know, JT ain't no different than MH. It's the same difference, bro. It's got the same exact meaning. You know, same exact meaning. JT, boy. JT, MH, all the same difference, you know. But yeah, man, that's what life is about though, man, is you know, having people around you, having family, you know, people that you can count on, you know, when you having issues or going through things, and they could give you solid support and advice, you know, stuff that you could trust in, and sometimes make you remember to act in your own best interest when maybe even you not you're not thinking that way, you know. So um, definitely gotta give credit where credit is due. Sometimes when you make that fall, you make a mistake and you're like, fuck, man, this gonna be one of them I gotta get back up from, and sometimes you want to stay down, you want to stay down for a little bit, and sometimes shit just come at you when you go, especially when you're going through a lot of shit. Some might come at you, and you might feel like, damn, man, I can't catch a motherfucking break, and you just want to lay and bask in that moment. Sometimes it's just like a moment of shock, a state of shock. That's how I can describe it for myself, at least. And you always need them people to say, hey, man, because it's real. Like, look, man, you got to get up. You can't lay here and die. What you going to lay here and die? You got to get up, man, and they remind you to persevere, and they let you know, look, man, I'm here with you on this journey. Sometimes, that might seem melodramatic, but I know me, I'm the type of person, I'm always looking at the mountain ahead of me. So I'm always trying to persevere. So it's like a lot of times when I run into, I might run into an issue. I might not be ready to deal with that shit. I climb one mountain, you know, I get so, I try to climb Mount Everest. I try to climb the highest shit. And I get so enamored in accomplishing that sometimes I forget that, life is a series of up and downs. And just because you just got through that one, don't mean that, it's not going to be no other ones, or it shouldn't be no other ones. You know what I'm saying? So you do need solid people around you to help you, you feel me, keep that shit in mind, So, shout out. And that for some people that they don't have that kind of family, that might not be a family member. But for me, I got I definitely got good family around me. So that's always pointing me in the right direction, and helping me do what I gotta do and stay on point and stay on course. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, man. The people who come in and they want to just be entertained, stimulated, I'm not. Everybody has a right to do what they want to do with their time, but this shit right here, you know, if, the way I look at it is, if I'm gonna be giving away free game, free gems, right, for free, right, that shit, it's gotta be for the motherfuckers that want to dig deep and can get it on my time, cause I could go charge for it, So I always, life comes with knowing your own value. You know what I'm saying? And that was something I was thinking about earlier too, that convicted me to try to get on here and talk my shit. And look, now that my hand feeling a lot better, I feel a lot more energized and calm. But just certain shit, man. I think doing music, man, it gave me the mind of just achieving things, and always putting things together. Like, I was just thinking while I was even, putting my little brace on or whatever, I'm thinking like, damn, it's really crazy. Like, I got a setup where it's literally set up where a person like me, I've been creative since I was born. So it's like the TV was always the medium. So it's like niggas was always thinking about how to get to the TV to be able to share, like, you know, their creativity and just show the way, their mind works. But now, these things are at our own disposal. They're at our hands. So it's just like um some that I really do want to speak on, and some that I feel like affected me just chasing that dream. And other people maybe in that career field, like a actor, entertainers, like, you know, you get so consumed in trying to become a brand. You know what I'm saying? You get so consumed in trying to become a brand that you almost like you caricaturize yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the best way I can explain that is just in layman's terms, because I've been watching myself, and I realize sometimes there's an art to being able to explain something very simply and make it plain and just use plain common words. So I'll do my best to do it. But just like this, when you're on that career path, you're always trying to market yourself. So you're trying to basically uh, package yourself um, into being the personification of something. So it's like you're trying to sell yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're trying to create a version of yourself. That's just what entertainment is. So as a young kid, I don't want to get too specific, but just using like real life examples. I might see um a career field. I might see like I want to be a dancer or actor, somebody on the stage, and I might see something that's successful in the market. So then I'm going to galvanize all my talents and exploits and abilities to try to be able to satisfy that demand in the market and play that character. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all entertainment. Like Lil Bow Wow. Something that we're all familiar with at a young age. That's a character. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to play that character for the masses, and that's however well you're able to play that character, that's gonna reflect and dictate the interest you generate, and thus that leads into the opportunities or the offers, the monetization and the capitalization of that exploit. So that's just something as a young kid you sensationalize. Okay, I mean, like, not you sensationalize, you not sensationalize. I was thinking of something else, but that's just something you recognize. You know what I mean? And yeah, like you recognize subconsciously is really what I was trying to say. Subconsciously you recognize, and so then you understand. Okay, boom. It's just on a simple like human being level. Oh, I do this, they clap. Oh, I do that, they don't clap. It's just you don't have to be Einstein to understand that paradigm. You know what I'm saying? It's just the same thing as children fighting for attention, or trying to make you laugh or playing peekaboo. They're gonna keep trying to do things to get attention or a response. Because psychologically we're and even if you want to go deeper psychologically, right? We're programmed to please. So I could get into so many different dynamics on this platform, man. But I just want to create it like a casual feeling, like a lab, to where I could do one thing and it's gonna lead to another, because all of this is coming from my brain, and which is all coming from my pineal gland, man. What I'm experiencing spiritually. So uh what they call your so-called third eye and shit like that. So what I'm saying? That's just the aspect of um putting all this shit together and just placing it in today's time, where it's like we are all trying to get into a space of being entertainers, performers, and educators, and whatever the fuck we want to be, right? Creators, right? That, yeah, creators. Like, it's so crazy because even that word loses a lot of steam, because it's like growing up, if you were art in any kind of artistry, what I'm saying, you were in the creative, they'll ascribe you as creative. Somebody that could write, somebody that could draw, somebody that could tell stories, somebody that was artistically inclined, I guess you could say. Somebody that could communicate well, somebody that was a show, maybe you was in drama, whatever. So this, all of you was doing all of this to try to make it to the big stage, which would be TV, or commercialize it, right? Just get compensated. And so now that we're in the prosumer phase completely, what I'm saying? Meaning what? You have producers, you have consumers, right? So you have the people, the producers that make it. You have the consumers that consume it. But now, the technology and the devices have exchanged hands, and it just yields. And even the producers are smart enough to understand. Okay, now that the consumers are trying to create, instead of feeding them necessarily products, we can feed them just for their consumption, we could feed them products that help their production and that further their consumption. So it's always a line of making sure that I'm making you need me, you know, making you need me, need them, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that right, but I'm saying all that to say it's just it's just a common thing. The cameras come on, and a lot of people don't know how to relax, how to be themselves, and but then there's some people that know how to switch it on and entertain and charm, and so being in the entertainment industry, you're kind of trained to turn it on and play that character, give people what they want. And but what so where I'm entering is trying to understand or uh emphasize and sketch out for people the difference between those two lanes and that how they exist, and what we're going to start seeing, and even what I'm starting to see and watching, I'm a consumer. Whatever I'm into, I'm a consumer to the highest degree. It's like I study my craft, is what people like to say. But it's like I always been the kind of person watched a lot of interviews, whatever, because that was the career field I was going to try to get into as a young nigga trying to come up, rapping or whatever, thinking I was gonna go that route. I would always study, professionals and watch interviews on the biggest platforms, all the commercial shit, right? Because I'm like, that's a skill that you're gonna need to be able to appeal to people. That was part of just being marketable. You know what I'm saying? So, um, what I realized though is, we're all kind of so programmed, whether it's like reality TV or whatever. It's like when the cameras come on, even these situations we've never been in, we've been programmed and been shown these situations, right? That's like why this shit is still like witchcraft to a sense. Like they were able to put images of scenarios that we were not involved in and show us people we don't know behaving in a certain way. And so now these are options in our schema. You know what I'm saying? So I might be in a situation and I might not even be familiar with the situation physically, but mentally I've seen this before, and so I'm gonna associate that to whatever image was, put in my head, program in my head, and I might act the way, it's like a sleeper agent, man. So it's like I'm just trying to create a platform where I break the fourth wall. You know what I'm saying? Where I break the fourth wall and I show people, hey, when you get this production, it's okay to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's more like the news. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you gotta have certain presentation skills so that your information gets around, gets across properly. Like any educator, anybody that's trying to inform others. You know what I'm saying? Edutain or whatever. But you know, you get to basically gauge. You get to gauge and guide your content towards the audience of your choice. So then you might not have to follow certain guidelines. Of course, these streaming platforms, whatever, these hosting sites, they have their own policies. But if you have information to share, just stick with the information. You know what I'm saying? So somebody like me, I can get in different modes to where I could present information and things. I'm trained. The average person has to understand. You know, I underwent a certain amount of media training, as far as my craft, like being a rapper and all that stuff. So I know how to talk about rap, and I've thought about these things since I was a young kid, you know. But there comes a time too when you're trying to do business, it's like you want to turn it off, you know what I'm saying? And you want to be more genuine and authentic. And that's something that transparently, candidly, like that's something I just been trying to get into is just, having people understand we're in a different time now. Like we have these tools in our hand. We don't have to go through a gatekeeper and act a certain way. So, but there's still the plane of professionalism, right? We get so taught that this is professional, like, right? Even if you go to school, you take business courses or whatever, anybody who's done a little bit of training, these are the mediums of, exchanging or engaging with these people to get what you want. So speaking a certain way, having a certain decorum. But it's like me, um, I do everything independent. And so I learned that just from, watching a lot of the um entrepreneurs on the West Coast, to where it's like everything's so casual and everything's about connections. You know what I'm saying? It's not about going into a building, may like it may be in other industrial cities like New York or whatever, where you have to go in a building and talk to somebody and convince somebody this, like, motherfuckers is wearing hoodies, they're wearing their merch, and it's more about your communication skills and having what you say you have to offer. And I relate that, just the way my mind works, I relate that to like ancient society where you might have a Persian come in their garments or whatever, and they do business with a Median, even though those might be the same people. I'm not even in my history mode, but you know what I'm saying? They might do this, that, XYZ. And it's not, I'm not, you know, or in the Middle East, I'm not judging you because of what you wear or how you speak, because that's your culture. You know what I'm saying? I'm just interested in attaining, the object of my interest that you may have. I'm interested in the trade, the exchange. Like that's like fucking, I believe that's like sixth grade social studies where they tell you about trade and stuff like that, right? Like the importance of, in Mesopotamia and this and that, the third, right? Or we might want to call ancient Sumer, right? So look, bro, I could bring all this shit back. I could do a lot of thousands of tricks. I got all the equipment. I got everything niggas need and want to know to put on a show, but it's just more like tapering people's expectations of what a professional show is, and just changing the standards of professionalism, which is already being changed, right? Like me and my brother talk about. You look at somebody like Kevin Garnett, right? The way he does his show, he uses profanity. He talks real rugged because that's what he has to offer. That's him. You get, they got the production right to where, they're capturing him in a high quality manner and present them to the consumer, and the consumer decides that they like it. And so then now you got motherfuckers like Stephen A. I don't want to say too many names, but you got people, big names coming down, and they're trying to present the raw, rugged version of themselves that they may not be able to present on TV because they're like, hey, I got this too. And these are more like my personal, you know, physical interactions with people. I just can't do it on the Disney airwaves because, the regulations and just the mass audience that they reach. You can't speak a certain way amongst the masses as you do intimately. And so then, like I say, man, the digital space is vast and it's more representative of the physical space in the sense that, um, like I said, when I'm with my niggas, man, we talk crazy. We say shit that you wouldn't put on a billboard. I would put it on a billboard and just deal with the repercussions, but you don't want to fuck your money up. And so that's all this is, man, is digitizing everything, everybody having the most high kind of putting the power back into the people's hands, as he's always going to do for the bruise. So, if anybody had any doubt about that, that's just kind of what's going on, and that's what's always going to go on. So it's like I'm saying this to say is I come from the old guard, man. Like I come from the old guard because yeah, things change and things evolve and adapt, but I kind of could resonate with the people who are trying to converge and cross over and adapt into this new stream of society and engagement because um back in the day, man, like you had to go into a physical building, you had to go through a physical person, like you had to go through gatekeepers, owners, you know what I'm saying, to get, you had to go along to get along, man. Let's just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? You had to go get a physical job. So you had to cut your hair. You had to look a certain way because we still were all the way in the physical world as far as like what we had access to, especially, being a so-called black man, you know what I'm saying? So-called American black man. So, um, and that's like where I resonate with certain people when they understand like just the history of just how we was raised in this society. I can't relate to no motherfucker, no other race. I just know what the elders and what I've been through and what I was taught by the elders and how we was taught to move and how we was taught to raise. Like a lot of people they might see like, oh, things are changed, right? Like this and that the third. Like, but it's like when you're growing up, when you're young, you don't have a perception of like the outside, the macrocosmic idea of society. That has to be explained to you, and that's gonna, and whatever you feel and you see and you feed off of, that's gonna be a direct directly influenced by the people you was around. So basically, I might not necessarily went through the shit my parents went through, but everything they taught me, everything I saw was a direct result of what they went through, and that's stuff that I physically was taught and seen, whether it was innately or directly. You know what I'm saying? So we're all a product of our environments, man, and we're a product of our culture and the people who raised of our upbringing to a certain degree, and then you have like our natural proclivity. So with me, um, it was just about getting to it, bro. I'm gonna just keep it real, just about getting to it, and like I said, I was somebody good at communicating, but it was like I kind of saw the love the recording artists were getting. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even want to just be a musician. I wanted to be a recording artist. I want to be on magazines. I want to have access to things. So, um, it's a few topics I'm gonna get into, man, about this culture of hip hop and all this other shit, man. My boys talk about, man. I'm just saying, man, like I kind of the way I want to do this, where it might kind of look rugged, ragged, kind of ghetto. You know how a nigga might say low rinky dink, but that's what the internet is for, man. Like it's to experiment, it's to cultivate, it's to come up with a specific way of things. Like I'm not trying to overly deceive everybody. Like I'm trying to just deception is good to a certain point, because it's part of entertainment and it's part of uh maintaining privacy, you know what I'm saying, and sanctity. So you do need to disguise things a certain way. Can't let everybody know everything, you know what I'm saying? That's just common sense, So um whether it's I got my hood on, I don't, let me change the battery. But actually I'll be back. Let me piss. Telling you, man, niggas been planning this shit for years, bro. Let me change this battery for y'all so y'all can see a young G, see a YG. I got so many stories. Niggas telling me I need a podcast, man, but hey, I don't know what the definition necessarily of a podcast is all the way. Maybe I do. I've looked it up since, but somebody gotta let me know the difference. There we go. Trying to do this shit with one hand, bro. Know y'all see the nigga hand fucked. Cause we back. All right, relieve myself. But I'm glad all that happened because I got time to think to myself. But gonna get into the idea of just what production is, the role production plays, but just the whole idea of how do I want to say, like, um playing a character, man. Like what people don't understand is you know, I'm trying to myself come out of playing a character because it's like I come from the world of, playing a character was a skill. You know what I'm saying? It was a skill. It was actually encouraged. It was actually necessitated and promoted within the industry. Like if you wasn't playing a character, and when I say playing a character, I don't mean like being a liar, but all around you had to, what do they call it? It's no different than the idea of what they say being a role model. Like, checking these boxes so that, people can support you and you could satisfy the certain things that people want you to satisfy. So that's what I mean as far as playing a character, like being a caricature of yourself of like, you know, let's say I'm a negative nigga one day, but my message is my brand, like what y'all might call today branding. You know what I mean? Like, but it's on a level to where the person is the product. You are your own spokesperson, and a lot of entertainers are going through this now. And I like to say, man, not to reference Boys in the Hood, man, but that's when I had to. That's when I decided to get out of the car. You know what I'm saying? Once I realized that this was the game I was gonna have to play, it's just I was gonna have to, you know, I was just, like I always look at the Tupac shit, man. Like I was just gonna have to be it. You know what I'm saying? So if you struggling, be this real nigga character of like being totally transparent and playing your life out in front of the camera, like I just seen the way that worked out, and I was just like, bro, being an artist, you want to source all your shit. You want all your music to be 100% true. And then sometimes it's like, or you don't want to do nothing in a rap and you ain't saying it. Then I realized it was more like the Matrix. Like I was kind of like playing a character, and it was like I was going through my own demise. And I'm only just speaking on this because it's something I could speak to perfectly, just me myself, how I came to this. Now why no, because I believe before you try to influence others on uh basically trying to before you try to influence others and encourage them down a certain path line or a certain path or direction, it's like I feel like you have to add context or explain your expertise or your position perspective to why you're trying to influence that person down there. So it's like before another nigga tell me something or tell you something, they should be able to explain why they feel this way and break it down and give real life examples. And if they're being sincere, they should should be some authenticity to it, and there should be some experiences tied to it. So right, that validate what their influence. So I just believe in everybody living has a testimony, especially being a brew. You definitely have a testimony, and it's definitely a duty to inform and edify others. So it's like if I have information that I know you don't have, because of my unique experience, that's one thing we're all going to have because life is such a unique experience. We're going to have information someone else doesn't have. So um, that provides us an opportunity to do what? Like inform others. So that's one thing that I know, and it's one thing that I hold on to, and yeah, it's just one of them things, man. So it's like I'm never trying to super influence anybody to do anything necessarily because at the end of the day, uh I understand that it's a process to that. You know what I'm saying? It's a process to being able to influence and to earning the access to someone's favor to be able to influence them. Meaning what? Like I'm going you know, I have to show you. It's easier for me to show you better than tell you because you know, you're going to have to learn for yourself. And I made my decision based off of empirical data or information that I had access to it. And so um, till you have that same kind of access to it, you know, it's going to be hard for me to illustrate my point. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why we even have words, right? So that we can communicate or uh, transfer concepts from our brain, from our sight, from our mind to another. So um, these are all elements of things that I want to include in my platform as far as just having a casual platform and something like this where I could just talk if I want to, just be in the lab. Because with my other work, you know, I'm not going to have the luxury of being able to um, get someone's attention for as long. You know what I'm saying? So uh, that's going to already dictate the what I call like the method of engagement, right? The terms of engagement, meaning I might get you, you know, especially being an artist, right? I'm going to use my art because that's what I'm good at. You know, I'm good at different things. This is what I grew up wanting to do. But then, you know, the changing of the industry, the changing of information and things like that. Even I was gonna get into a breakdown of the idea of production. Like we think of like we say all the time, like product. Something's a product of. People don't even understand. Like even me sometimes, like it caught me when I left the room. Is production. The root word of production is product. And so when you think like that, right? You think of cause and effect, like product. This is a product of that. This births that. This creates that. So once we can understand, you know, life on that level, society on that level, because everything is micro and macrocosmic, meaning um, everything we do is a reflection of what created us and what drives us and it's a symbiotic relationship, meaning whatever we do and whatever we know has some type of it's a relationship, you know. So um the ants are going to be the, you know, we're, you know, you hear it all the time, the analogy, we're like ants to the creator. So everything an ant does is part of an ant's life. And I remember watching that movie Ant's Life, and it was like it was a good allegorical film because it put things into perspective. It gave perspective. So that's all I try to do on my platforms with my arts, you know what I'm saying? Like um improving as a presenter because uh but also when I say improving as a presenter, I just mean like it takes practice to be able to sit in front of a camera and be the way you are off camera on camera. So there are certain uh like there are certain buffers that need to be put in place. You know what I'm saying, to make those things happen. And that's I feel like that's my art of production is to replicate realism, the things that we see in real life, you know, that just happen in the presence of just real things going on. I feel like it's a art, you know, to kind of replicate those things as if these devices aren't here, you know. So or just at least prep people to be able to behave in the presence of them, to understand that the intent, the overall goal is to capture these things as we capture them in real life. So it's definitely an art. It takes a lot of thought and a lot of planning, and premeditation is a word I was thinking of while I was taking a piss. But it's definitely and see just me definitely it's definitely something that I feel like takes a lot of work, but it's something that I notice. So that's what I'm trying to explain to people, like, and that's really what I want to get to people. That's one thing I like about production is um whenever you're a producer, just like if you're a clothing designer, right? You understand that there's like my body is unique. Everything that I do is unique to me, right? So with that being true, I understand that what like there is there is something in the world that I'm good at and I'm better at than everyone else in the world. And so you being a producer or a designer, right? Somebody in, you now are giving yourself the ability to what? To realize these things, you know what I'm saying? And when I say realize, I mean like take seriously. You know what I'm saying? So uh and actualize, like take to the highest level. So um when I'm saying stuff like that, I'm just basically speaking on the idea of on I'm multitasking. I'm speaking on the idea of being able to take the thing that you're the best at and not obsess about it, but you know, be be investigative as far as like understanding. Okay, like this is something that I know that if I lend my eye to, I could do more than anybody else because this thing is so unique to me. Who's gonna know it like me? You know what I'm saying? And then you could be, like there's an infinite amount of problems in the universe, and it's like your own things that you go through, your special things that you go through, are God's way. It's damn near like God is giving everybody, if they tapped in with him, um, he's giving them a task. He's giving you a unique perspective. Like everyone, I hate when I'm talking to motherfuckers, right? Not to be getting a therapist vibe, but oh, you don't know what it's like to this, you don't know what it's like to that. Like, bro, everybody goes through something that nobody else goes through, and that's what makes everybody the same. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, you don't know how this feels, and well, motherfucker, you don't know how this feels. You know what I'm saying? I might not know exactly how it feels to the T, but I can understand the concept because one thing everybody in the fucking planet goes through is life, death, and pain in between, and confusion and suffering in between. There's nobody on the planet right now that doesn't suffer. So when you understand these core elements of life, then you understand like self pity and shit like that, and self victimization that limits your human experience. And some people, and I'm aware of that, that maybe that's the box that we're all born in. It's like, why me, why me, why me, right? That's the humanist aspect of us. And I think you're not going to learn yourself till you get outside of the ego, as they call it, right? Like, why me, motherfucker. Like, obviously there's a reason, there's a rhyme and reason to everything, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to get too uh crazy into concepts that I want to speak on, because I don't want to lose all my energy. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to do all this shit in a saintly, structurally manner, like TBH. But that takes a lot of preparation, a lot of thinking. Like I'm the type of guy, when I first created this, I didn't want to write things down, but it wasn't because I didn't want to be structured, but it was like I kind of wanted to find like a flow. I want to watch myself and see production wise, like, all right, what do I enjoy about watching myself, right? Because it's easier to watch from the sidelines. It's easier to critique from the sidelines. So it's like if I'm watching myself, I could see the things that I don't think I do well. You know what I'm saying? The same way I could see the things that you don't do well because I'm not actively doing them. I'm taking a step aside. I'm assessing because there's things about ourselves that we don't notice or we do notice and can't necessarily control at the moment. We don't have under control. So production is always a way for me um to study myself and master myself. It's like being behind the scenes, because I'm so, like I said, I'm so used to being in front of the camera, man, and practicing and doing things that sometimes the things I'm still trying to find the way to create the things that I don't want to do in front of the camera and present them in front of the camera. Because that was another thing about being a rap artist is what I could write these things down, whatever. The video, I'm shooting a video separate than I'm doing the song, so I could visualize the video in my head. And by the time I do a video, it'll be all the way planned out. It's not like I have to walk around every day, um, living these things out. So these are just different elements of just my trip down this podcasting show, whatever the fuck I'm trying to do, creating a platform, bro. I'm trying to create a platform, and of course, it's going to require me getting more network understanding and information. But it's just coming down to, I'm just gonna dominate the little shit. All this shit is just back collecting. You know what I'm saying? All this shit that I'm doing now, is shit I've known how to do, and it's just like now I'm doing it and I'm instituting it and I'm connecting it to the overall picture. Because a lot of people don't understand I run a physical, business. Like if I was to show you, I got boxes of shit out there over here that stuff that I gotta ship to people, and but then I still have a physical world where I physically, and even like another thing, I don't like talking about the things I do because maybe that's just like a preservation of like my brand and the suspense and the surprise factor. And because I come from an industry where being the first to do something gets you rewarded. So with the internet now, so many different players, it's like that's not necessarily a thing. Like it's God is going to, the Most High is already going to and has set aside the things that I do better than you that you're not going to be able to touch. My plate is already in there. But if I'm being so greedy, and that's just, something I'm learning about life is just, you know, taking, what's for me is going to be for me. You know what I'm saying? And it was like staying at my auntie house. No matter if I wake up at fucking 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. or 1 p.m., she's not gonna let nobody in the house eat my fucking pancakes that she cooked just for me. And so that's real love. And so well, we kind of gotta look at life the same way. And so I'm up to like right now it's 2. I'm getting kind of tired, but it's just like presenting things in a way, and then if you've been paying attention to the channel, man, I've been trying to do little things all with one hand, by the way. My non-dominant hand, by the way. Well, I'm ambidextrous, but even just getting into the spirit of like, sometimes I don't want to give away too much game, right? I don't want to say too much because then niggas get to thinking they know me and trying to da da da. But that was all in the era of where I was going to be locked away and not interacting with people is what I had to understand. It's like, because there's a certain mystique of like being a music artist and this and that. But I think me finding my outlet of like, yeah, I do music, I'm a recording artist, I'm a producer, but just being, a production head, being like a production executive or owner of production company or like a master of that gauges a different aspect of like my personality or my image, my brand, whatever you want to call me. You get what I'm saying? Like that's adds another element to who I am, and that adds a different element or field of engagement I could have with people to where, okay, I don't have to. For one, the aspect of maybe like me being more ashamed of like, you know, my lyrics and the topics of my lyrics as I, became more quote unquote spiritual, you know what I'm saying, became more into the knowledge of, more conscious, I guess you could say, more conscious in the sense of like being more responsible of understanding the power of words, the power of once you learn what this industry, is built off of the entertainment industry, then you understand the role you play. And then we all have some type of culpability, whether or not it's a direct result of programming or not. It's like once you know, you know. So it's like, um, like ultimately I had to wage with and this might be a little intimate, but I had to wage with the reality of like I was committed to selling my soul, and I feel like a lot of us got to wake up from that, and I realize that a lot of people are struggling with that, and that's why I try to impact people, is guide them, and a lot of people, and what I realized going down this path is I actually have an appreciation for more people that realize that that's where I was at, and they were trying to steer me away. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not they may have been able to do it or not. So it's like a lot of times we want to be led by the motherfuckers who already made it to the other side, right? Instead of sometimes they take that motherfucker that almost got there or got there before us and they turn it around like, yo, nah, don't even go in there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we like, nah, but I want to see for myself, or we might question the person that's warning us, question the validity of what they're saying, because we want that Wizard of Oz moment. We want what we was told is behind the curtain, to be behind the curtain, because we didn't took this long journey. We didn't already committed. We didn't sacrifice, yada yada yada, right? Only for somebody that's on the way back to tell us, look, bro, I was just like you. Nah, motherfucker, you wasn't just like me. That's what the ego gonna make us. Motherfucker, you ain't like me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, and that's what I want to create a platform too, man, is for y'all to really see, man, the divide between a man's brain and his ego. Because doing something like rap, man, and recording artists and all this shit, man, you gonna be you're basically trying to monetize your ego. You become real in tune with your ego. That's why these big entertainers, they tell you, I go on the stage, I'm a whole different person. And me, I'm like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like in my real life, I shied away from things because it's kind of embarrassing sometimes where you escape your ego. Because when you fail, or you have to really assess yourself, you realize, damn, all these things I told myself that I was going to do, I was going to be, maybe I'm not, or maybe I am, or maybe it's just not the best thing for me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand. Like, I didn't change because I wasn't getting what I wanted. I changed because I understood that, yeah, getting what I wanted was going to alienate me from my morals, my values, and my principles that I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I looked and I said, yeah, this working for me now, but it's like when I'm 40 and I look back at this, like, can I be proud that, doing these things maybe have, alienated me in a relationship with my family who has traditional values, or, or I might have embarrassed my grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like little shit you think about. Not that everything you do ever is going to be about other people, but it's like when you're putting yourself out in the public, you know, if you come from a certain background, you are going to be aware of that. If you do believe in honoring the ones before you, So, and I always been a person. I'm family oriented, and I always wanted the validation and the acceptance of like you want to make your family proud. They do so many great things. You want to be somebody who can come and brag upon. That's how just I came up. That's how I am. You know what I'm saying? So it was something that I couldn't live with, but I was the type of nigga, man, you put all your eggs in one basket and ride, and you bet on yourself. And so then when I bet on myself and I came up, uh, I found out I took a false read. I tried to take all I had and start over. And like I said, man, it's just so funny, man, looking myself into the camera and just looking on the opposite end of this, man. There's so many motherfuckers that bailed out on me, man, that jumped ship on me, that questioned me. But then it was so many motherfuckers that I formed new relationships with, and they helped me. They kind of ushered me, and they escorted me. They went with me and helped me get to the other side and encouraged me and made up for that void. And then and one thing you will learn is when you meet new people and you have to explain how you are to new people, you understand that there's a certain aloneness that you're gonna have to take. You then realize, damn, I never realized how much this person back then was putting a battery in my back to do this, and and then you have to learn how to think on things on your own. It's like being sober again, because when you have a thing going, when people can use you, it's not about like it's not about a person not being secure in their own things so they could use you. Somebody might just say, hey, I got this going, and if I can come up with $1 million and you can come up with $1 million, we could take our 2 million, and and sometimes people have the opportunistic mind, and uh they might not necessarily mean harm, but they might just be selfishly driven. And so these are things that you have to learn, man. And a person like me, I'm the type of person, I'm so conscious. Maybe it's just the way I was raised. I'm always considerate of, of somebody, and I'm empathetic. So it's like when you get led down these paths by people who are selfishly motivated, you sometimes you take it more personal than you need to take it. You know what I'm saying? And so I was that kind of person, man. I took everything personal. I still take everything personal at first, but then as a man, I'm able to understand that's like my emotional mind. So my ego. So it's like establishing that and separating my emotional mind from my uh we could just say like my masculine mind, like my more mature mind, my solutionary mind, my renewed mind. Especially like my spiritual mind is way different than all of that, like my earthly mind. So it's like I'm dealing with all these earthly things, and the earthly things is just where the production comes in. It's like we use these microphones to get our voice and all this other stuff, and these cameras, high quality cameras, so that you could see what God already made me. We had to come up with devices to basically project what already is. You know what I'm saying? So if you notice my setup, everything's about realism. This mic, I don't have no effects on nothing. I'm just trying to come across the way I come across in real life. So I'm in a replication, you know what I'm saying? Reproduction of real things, of realism. That's just my style of art. And it's a digital art. We're in different times now. And so we're going to have different standards and different methods of doing things. And my shit is realism. As you can see on the right, um, I'm trying to come up with a motherfucking way to come across, like, even my damn video games come across like how I come across in real life. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my style of artistry. You know what I'm saying? So because I think the best things in life are, it's like watching those movies that are just realistic, man. And you take some away from it. You're like, damn, man, like that shit really hit on a three-dimensional level. You know what I'm saying? And then the things you learn on a three-dimensional level. Like, I got so many stories and so many things, and it's like I always wanted to create a platform for like damn near, I ain't gonna say therapy, but just to talk about these things and discuss them. But I thought everything had to be connected with my music. But then what I realized is, I always done more than music. You know what I'm saying? And music is just an element of it, and it's a form of expression. And I'm not one of these guys like, oh, more than a rapper, more than this, because I feel like a rapper is a man. You know what I'm saying? Like a rapper is a profession. So it's like, I feel like the internet has changed everything with production. Like when I was coming up, the only thing I didn't have was high quality camera equipment, or that I didn't know how to use. And I fucked around with certain shit, but that's why I go so hard in it, is because I know it's the actual, not only because I know it's the actual most important last ingredient, but I guess I spent so much time doing everything else that now that I'm here, this is just the last thing that, I've done all that other shit. So it's like, um, I'm just going up layers, platforms. So now that we here, um, I feel like I gave y'all good enough, and I gave y'all enough energy to motherfucking make up. And when I say energy, just game, man. I'm giving y'all motherfuckers some game, and I'm letting you in on my mind, and setting the tone and having stuff that y'all can watch, and getting to know me more, so that when I go on rants and I go into topics that you may not be interested in, you could all draw it back into what we doing. At the end of the day, I'm in a lab, right? This is just me being in a lab, motherfucking, just that work ethic of working on another element, another aspect of things. And that's a more game that I'm trying to give y'all. It's just the different um opportunities and methods you could use to monetize things. There's so many times I see people come through to my platforms and leave and touch and go. And then they want to message me on the side and ask me certain things and yada yada. It's like, motherfucker, like, you don't even eat you don't even eat what falls off the tree. You get what I'm saying? Like this game is coming to you. Like I'm a nigga who's like I literally, bro, I'm not even trying to put no sauce on it. And that's why I'm trying to build this. I literally live my dream every day. I do everything that I want to do. I'm a product of my own fucking hard work because of me being taught by my parents and other people teaching me. Like I'm a motherfucker who really get out here and really got it like I say I got it and do it like I say I do it. And it's not about having this amount of money. It's about having access to things and utilizing resources, man. It's like I'm trying to put a lot of motherfuckers on game, but they don't got no motherfucking passion. And I guess that's like that's the drive. That's where I'm trying to build the lab is where I can basically, you know, borrow some of this passion and put it into some of y'all motherfuckers so y'all can get it how it goes. Y'all can really get it how it is, man, because a lot of motherfuckers get on here and they talk it and they really do it. They think having this setup is part of it. This is a whole different element. It's like taking a professional fucking football player and putting them on a fucking TV set. They still got to learn the tricks of the trade. And it's going to take a few years before their delivery gets good. And, you know, that shit takes years, bro. You got to study the motherfucking game of production, bro. Like, a motherfucker like Shannon Sharp ain't just jump in front of a motherfucking mic and he was the same Shannon Sharp. Nah, nigga, like he used to get mic'd up during his career. He worked on NFL Network. Like it's a whole motherfucking art to this shit. It's a whole game. It's a whole history. You got to get in tune and get locked in with this shit, man. You motherfucking niggas, man. And it's just a reflection of everything. And I'm gonna just break character. I'm gonna break fourth wall right now. Fuck the whatever, like, because this is how I do. Like you niggas just want to sit down in front of a motherfucking mic and some shit and think you're gonna have something interesting to say and you know and think you're gonna fuck with the next nigga. They show is not this. You're gonna write your shit down and you expect the next nigga to do everything for you, audio engineer. Like, and you got a nigga like me that's a one man motherfucking band. I could do all this shit for myself. I have motherfuckers that's supposed to help me with things and supposed to help me with this, and I done train. And motherfuckers ain't do shit I told them to do, and the shit ain't get done the way I wanted to do it. And so guess what? I had to go back to my real roots and realize I was a one man motherfucking army. That's the way my motherfucking father trained me to be a nigga where I'm not relying on no motherfucking nigga, man. I don't want to hear what the next nigga ain't do for you or do to you and this and that because you don't understand. That's how the fucking game goes. There's been so many niggas that told me they was gonna do this for me and do that for me and this and that the third. And they tried to look out and shit ain't go right. And I stood there with the motherfucking ice cream cone melting off the goddamn cone. And I had to still put in my motherfucking work, man. And that's what I'm trying to build a platform for and establishing credibility, man. Like it's so much shit that goes into this, bro. Like this is like joining the military. Anytime you try to have influence in the fucking real world from the internet, you gotta have that influence in the real world because if you cultivate a personality on the internet, you still have to go um install the things that you're trying to push on the internet in real life to make sure that they are actual because the internet is not real life. Niggas say things that they don't mean. Niggas project themselves as ways that they are not. And so I'm trying to alter that perspective and I'm breaking the fourth wall, man, reaching out, touching y'all motherfuckers, showing y'all this is the real goddamn thing, man. So it's like if you on this channel is about sitting here watching the boring shit and learning and breaking the shit down and learning how you have to embrace monotony, man. The motherfuckers that really get to it, they in the lab when you don't see it, but it's like I'm just showing y'all the hard work, you know, because it's something that I'm fucking passionate about. I'm in love with because it's the shit that got me to where I could put a fucking logo on a fucking thing and I could brand myself and I could sell my ideas to people, bro. You know, something that I always knew I could do, something I was talented in doing, but I was told I needed to go here, I needed to go there, I needed to do this. And maybe I did. Maybe, you know, I did. I actually did, you know, but everybody doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't and everybody shouldn't have to because maybe you should have to if you don't take game. Like I wasn't the type of nigga, man. I didn't want to pick up what was right in front of me. I didn't want to pick up what a nigga was putting down. I wanted to I wanted to come up with my own shit. You know, I wanted to do, man, fuck that. I ain't hearing that shit. You know, I was one of them niggas. Nah, nigga, I'm coming through changing shit, man. There's nothing that will be that hasn't already been, and that's what we gotta learn and we gotta pick up and put down. So even me, I'm practicing what I preach instead of just trying to come across like this motherfucking immaculate nigga. Nah, man, I'm putting the blunt out, man. I'm putting my fucking feet into the ground and I'm starting from scratch, man, because that's how I motherfucking got to where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Doing things excellently and doing things authentically. And that's how we gonna do this shit, man. That's how we gonna do in this motherfucking platform. You know, excuse my language, but it's just fucking words. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna break everything down on this platform. This shit is not, it's not for the faint. I ain't gonna say it's not for kids. It's not for faint. It is for kids because that's why we animate. And so me, I'm a nigga that like to sit back. Oh, let's talk about this with the kids, man. I'm over here, man, working on an animated series for fucking 3, 4 years. Damn near it's gonna be. You know, to be able to put my messages in a game, and I'm actually going, and I'm trying to figure out how to do the best production independently. You know what I mean? Because I know me going through it. If you go through it once, you ain't gonna never have to go through it again. You just gonna have to tap back into it. Like my hand, I done broke this hand before, so I already know how to deal with this pain. I know how to do this shit. I know how to deal with this shit, bro. So it's like I'm a whole different motherfucking animal, man. And I don't even like getting in this type of mode on camera before I see how I'm acting because this how I be, you know. Any nigga that know me will tell you that's how I be, but you know that's not always the best way to be. And so I'm trying to transition to something else, but man, when I get passionate about some shit, man, that's how the shit get, bro. That's how the shit get. That's how it's gonna go. That's why I like watching KG shit. I try not to break the fourth wall, but I had to realize when I was watching this shit, it was getting a little dry, man. Cause I said, man, this shit is about breaking the fourth wall, man. This is the fucking lab. This is the fourth wall. What the fuck is niggas talking about? Give a fuck if niggas don't like watching this shit. I mean, I give a fuck because I'm an entertainer. I like, whatever. But at the end of the day, the motherfucking show go on. That's, you know, I'm not contradicting what I'm saying. I'm just adding context. The motherfucking show is gonna go on. You know what I'm saying? So that's what niggas gotta understand. The show is gonna go on. So however a nigga wanna do it, however a nigga wanna take it, you know, we gonna get on here, we gonna have fun, we gonna create the platform to we're using this right as imagery to bring the ideas. You see how I'm doing all this talking? I could get on a platform like GTA. Like whenever I used to be talking to niggas, I'm like, man, I feel like playing GTA because I never actually even played this game um until a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I looked at it as a platform to illustrate a lot of the ideas that were coming from my brain. Because I like anybody that knows me. I like sitting, I like talking, and I'm damn near like them drunk niggas, man. I damn near like I'm that type of guy. I like to get drunk, man, and talk about the good times, man, and plan and get early up in. I like spending my time around people, and I think that's something I get from my pops, man, because that's what he do. He live his life, and so just the reincarnation of him, man. So it's like we trying to get to it. I'm trying to push the message. I'm trying to push family. I'm trying to push spiritual, but I can't even tap into that until I tap into what's here and jump into the metaverse and utilizing these things. Like, man, you don't even understand, motherfuckers. See a young nigga like me. I'm not really even that young, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm pushing 28. You know what I'm saying? I'll be 28 this year. So it's at the end of this year, very end of this year. So I'm 27, man. Motherfuckers see me, they think I'm some young nigga, but it's just cause, man, we got the young niggas out here doing the vlog, running the YouTube, the younger niggas, cause I'm still young, but the real young niggas, the YGs, man, the 2019, they doing their thing on these platforms, man. So who am I to where I got an ego to where, oh, I used to be this guy, and it's embarrassing and it's touching to try to go down that route and reveal how niggas really feel egotistically, but it's like that's what these platforms are, to show more of ourselves, you know what I'm saying, and get past this shit, because at the end of the day we got all the access we need to now. I can create content and I can run into somebody and just with this camera, you know, I look a little more professional. I look a little more real to them. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a reflection to show you I'm really on something because a lot of I could do something people don't want to do or don't know how to do, and but I'm gonna use it, the same way an NBA player gonna walk around with that chain around their neck. I'm gonna use this shit to get me where I want to go, but it's not really about that. It's about exchanging ideas, and the same way you done been where you been and they done rewarded you. It's the same thing with me, man. You know, battle scars, something to show for it. So it's like I'm not trading my value for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Cause motherfucker, I'm sitting here right now, but 3, 4 years ago, man, shit, 5 years ago, this shit wasn't pretty, man. And nobody was motherfucking sitting in this bitch with me, man. So ain't nobody, nah, man. You could give your advice, you could leave a comment, if it's good, but man, you can't just walk up in my motherfucking office, man, and give me no motherfucking advice. Like you motherfucking got something going on here, and you don't. How the fuck you gonna give me some advice on something that you don't got no information on? You don't know why the fuck I'm doing this. You don't know how the fuck I'm doing this. You don't know how long I'm doing this. You don't know what I'm doing it for. So what the fuck? You giving me advice based on what you see instead of what you know. Meaning you taking what you think, you just trying to give me something that somebody else already got, which all advice is appreciated, man. But hey man, I'm just keeping it a stack 10, man. A motherfucking stack 10 like Mac 10 straight up. So I want to get on this motherfucker, talk my shit. I still ain't figured out my mic placement, but like I said, I do this shit for myself, man. I don't watch TV, nigga. I watch me, and I watch podcasts, and I watch a lot of shit, and I study shit, man. Cause we gotta start breaking this motherfucking fourth wall. We gotta start performing, right? Like when you in a performance-based industry, it's about what? Results, And how do you get results? Practice, putting things into practice, right? People hear practice, they think of motherfucking running suicides and sprints, and people think about failing. So many people got PTSD around that word practice, fucking up. Let's make sure this shit not messing up, but we gonna upgrade this shit, man. We gonna get a lot of this shit right. We gonna do a lot of shit that we gotta do, man, because that is what we do. But at the same token, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna keep it casual, man. And that's what the lab is about. And I'm just giving y'all context for what it is that y'all tuning into, man. So that you're not coming here and getting bored because you're not getting overstimulated the same way. We're gonna have all that, man. I have a vision. I see what people are into, and just the production aspect of it. There's gonna be a lane for me to introduce. So that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be able to do things that usually wouldn't align with my brand or what I believe in, because it's all about showing people how to do the things that the beast is doing, and just displaying and teaching you. Look, oh, you want to do that? Oh, you think that's cool? Let me show you how they do that. You know what I'm saying? And so that goes within just being more than a character. Like I say, I'm a grown ass man, bro. I'm more than just my exploits. So it's like, you're gonna come here, you're gonna have to respect me as that. That's what people are thrown off by when they meet me, is that I'm not as into um motherfucking how you call that shit, like tooting my own horn, or right, circle jerking. You know what I mean? I don't want to get in no motherfucking room with no niggas and talk about how you're just like me because we do this, like the LeBron show. I ain't know no shit like that with a bunch of niggas I don't really know like that. And oh, let's talk about how great we are and do a build. And yeah, we could teach, you know what I'm saying? We could do some kind of cipher or something like that as far as like giving some knowledge, but it's like, nigga, I'm still on the grind. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a lot of niggas, man, they wonder why, like, oh man, you don't fuck with me no more. We don't see you doing this no more, because y'all niggas, man, y'all niggas done retired. I'm still in the fucking league, man. I'm still, I just watched some shit from Steph, man. Steph trying to win this motherfucking year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm winning, man, in different ways, man. Like in ways that you niggas haven't quantified because you don't know what I got going on. But it's not about that. It's about me actually putting y'all niggas on, man. Cause we need niggas in this space, man. We need other people. Like I need some motherfuckers I need some other niggas with some cameras and all some fly shit so I can get on and I could just be me. I don't gotta do all of this to try to put everybody on. I could just play my role. And so I'm just the guy. I'm just gonna get the ball rolling. I'm gonna make it cool. You know, I'm a trailblaze, just like I did in Vegas. I trailblazed. And you know, I don't even have to boast on it. It's not about boasting on it because I'm still eating from it for this day, to this day. Right? Like my boy Nick, he don't gotta tell a nigga what he was in and you don't gotta like it. The motherfucking royalties coming in. And that's not to brag. That's to inform other niggas. Listen, man, get your mind out of that space of thinking this is the only way. You only stop worshiping. Stop saying, hey, this is the way to do things. Stop doing stuff for the visibility of shit necessarily, right? And do it for the bankability, you know, the viability, you know what I'm saying? The value of it. You know, so sometimes doing shit marketing wise is a good look, you know. So there's things I've done and they was good looks for me at the time and I didn't benefit the way I thought I would, but it goes on my motherfucking resume. It's a resume builder. So when a nigga like you try to question my motherfucking credibility and oh, how do you know this? Like just the basketball shit. You know, something I was invested in, being a I was just gonna be an investor. But then I got to being an active partner, so I had to go back to my motherfucking roots and I had to get my resume together because now I'm trying to make changes. So it's like I spend more time, man, contemplating how to advance my businesses in all forms, man, than I do probably even talking to people anymore because I got so tired of trying to share my vision with people who honestly, man, they just was not on my level. And I don't mean that in a degrading way. You have a lot of people that are still trying to get through the door. They still trying to prove, they still trying to work their weapon. You know what I'm saying? Before they want to go to war, they still want to get a certain score. They don't want to be a hanger on. You know, they want to, so a lot of niggas don't want to be a number two. They want to be a number one. So then they got to go prove that to themselves, before they come play for Team USA, yada yada, to finish the metaphor. But a nigga like me, man, I'm already a motherfucking franchise player, bro. I done already done it, man. I done already went through the trenches. I done already did it, and I'm going through it again because that's what life is about. I'm going to the next level with this shit, man. You know, I want to go down in the I want to go down in the kingdom, the Hall of Fame of the kingdom, man. I want to earn my spot. So I'm not living necessarily on what I did years ago. I could be profiting off the youth, and not to speak with that boisterous tone, but to really get serious is, somebody that was in a position that I was in, or people that do things that I don't like, they could have took all of the stuff that I quote unquote think I accomplished and try to pander to the youth now and sell them poison and profit off them and elevate myself. And then once I'm elevated, I could try to play like, oh, okay, I want to motivate. No, you know what I'm saying? I really went through it. Um, I didn't want to pass my pain on to anybody else. I took, and this is not something to get too no credit for. It's not nothing I'm doing for credit for necessarily out in the front. I want my credit to come from a different place. I'm not going to be disingenuous and say it's not about getting credit, but it's not necessarily about getting worldly credit. You know what I'm saying? It's about getting credit from the Most High and Him saying, look, I seen you had the outlet. I know you had these thoughts. I showed you a way. You know, that I sent some your way to show you to maybe take the bait. You took it at first, or you was going to take it, but at the end you came home with the right thing, man. I'm not perfect. I've done a lot of things, man, and I honestly, man, want to make it cool to make a platform where niggas can do a podcast, or whatever. We could tell our stories and confess, man, so we could be a voice to the youth, because a lot of times, man, it's not till we in our you're my age that you hear your 30, 40-year-old big homie admit something to you like, yeah, nah, I was just capping. It's like, what, nigga? You went 10, 20 whole years having me thinking this is the way we do. I was looking up to you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a nigga now, man, where, if it's got to be me, man, if it's got to be, because that's what I realized, man, when you talking to these kids, man, you got to be real with them, man, or they don't want to hear it. That's how I was. So sometimes I got to tell them some shit that they don't want to hear about me. I got to take I could be the cool nigga, come out with all this, but no, I'm just a regular nigga, man. Like, I'm a regular nigga, but I'm not regular. That's what makes me not regular. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of these motherfuckers, they don't want to just be them. They want to be a lot of other shit, and that's taken away from what they really are, or really could be. And so, we doing this shit for, pushing shit forward, man. And we trying to get the quality of this shit right. We instituting shit. I'm up and got me up all night. Man, entertaining nigga, man. That's what I realized, man. That was one of my gifts. It was something I kind of resented and then I was embarrassed of. I'm like, damn, I'm a fucking entertainer. Like, I'm a clown, But no, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a clown. Like, I'm an entertainer, you know what I'm saying? I'm deep, but what I realized, I wanted to get rid of that element of my personality. I used to get offended when people try to tap into my entertainer element of my entertainment um persona or whatever, like my projection. And I get so frustrated, like, bro, you see me trying to be a businessman, an educator, all this other shit. But what I realize is that helps people. You know what I'm saying? Some people, it helped them for me to be able to entertain them and educate them. And so that's a gift I have. And so I connect with people. So what I had to realize is not to be so selfish, but then at the same time, still trying to learn not to be pimped and not give away myself and to be properly compensated. And that's what comes with the business. That's what comes with being aware. But that also comes with being able to be transparent and be, amongst a group of people where you can have these conversations, like, and build with and dialogue with, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people um, a lot of people want to be in these positions, right? But they don't want to have these conversations. And breaking the fourth wall. Like, I had to realize we're gonna break the fourth wall because it's a spiritual channel, it's a spiritual brand, it's a spiritual thing I'm doing, right? So we just gonna have to be real. Like, if we keep it a stack 10, a lot of my industry friends, like a lot of these guys that I had connections with that people want me to, I can't tap in with them because they don't want to have honest conversations about um, the effect that the industry has on just us in general, like our integrity, you know what I'm saying, and our loyalty, right? And so um, a lot of niggas can't be trusted because the money will make them do some things that they wouldn't want to do morally, you know what I'm saying? And they getting hundreds of thousands and things like that. And I have conversations with, every time I have a successful friend and I meet up with them, man, I like to talk to them in person to read their spirit, man. And I don't know, I never can really tell because I never really get into it because I'm not in a position to really challenge them, because a lot of times, man, you don't want to offend niggas because you want to keep that relationship. Because let's say I do make enough money doing this the way I want to do it and I make it to the other side, I don't want to burn that bridge, man. I want to be able to say, hey, bro, I understand, like, from where you was coming from, you know, it didn't look like there was a way to do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm never going to come tell you to come do something that I'm not already doing. So that's what I had to realize. There's some things that I'm asking niggas to do that I'm not doing or I haven't done. So who's to say that their way is better or my way is better? I just try to go off the words of the Most High. But at the end of the day, the Most High say what? Start with yourself. So um, that's just the space I'm at, man. And so then I'm able to keep my affiliations with my guys, and it's not going to poorly reflect on my brand. Because that was one thing. I was in that entertainment mindset, that brand mindset. Oh, this is not going to look right. How can I say I'm this? How can I? this marketing shit. And then what I had to realize, bro, the best marketing is man to motherfucking man. I'm looking you in the eyes and I'm telling you some real shit. You know what I'm saying? I got some real shit that you don't know, knowledge, some real game, and you ain't got it, and I do got it. So, that's the plane I'm living on now. All this other shit, this frivolous, branding shit niggas is trying to get into, man. I'm not marginalizing myself like that, cause I realize, man, in the capathons, the capalot Olympics, you know what I'm saying? You gonna have to compete too much doing some immoral shit, man. And I just want to play justly and morally, so I'm gonna just, I'm gonna work on my own fields, make niggas come over to me, and that's what I had to get out into the streets, man, and see that for myself. And so that's why I have a hard time, like, niggas like I ain't gonna say too many names, but niggas like a few of these YouTube characters, man. They messages and the things they say on the airwaves hit home so crazy, but somebody sent them because of the platforms they on. And if they wasn't really connected, they wouldn't even be able to be on those platforms. But it just shows you how deep the Most High is as a designer. The different mechanisms he uses on the deepest of levels, to where sometimes that in this journey of life, you got to look around and say, man, am I even awake? Is this shit even real? So, like I said, man, with these cameras on, it's always going to be a certain element of this, that, the third. But, now I can show y'all my plan. See? I can break in and out. We got to get my fan on, though. Sometimes I just want to play my game too, man, and relax. That's when my thoughts come in the best. That's what I like about being from the country, man. You just stay humble and you don't try to do too much, because they might not have the same resources or equipment or whatever, right? But then they still got brilliant ideas. And so sometimes when you're trying to communicate, like when you're trying to show your cousins how to do something, you just got to show them how to do it with what they have. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't about just overly impressing them with equipment or things like that. It's about showing them, look, you don't necessarily need this to be able to do that. So it puts me back in that mind, and it made me more humble. You know what I'm saying? And the niggas that's trying to steal swag, they gonna steal swag regardless. So it's no point of trying to stiff arm them too crazy. We just gonna motherfucking, I don't know how we gonna deal with that, but I've been dealing with that my whole life. But here's another thing of dealing with shit in the lab. So these are wireless, right? So y'all know about my boom mic ahead. If y'all don't know, I'm not gonna ruin the placement right now, because I'm not physically in the mood to move things around. I eat a lot of fruit, man, so a lot of times, I'm always flushing out, so I might not necessarily feel like doing whatever. But I'm starting to realize, man, I gotta, this is what niggas don't understand. That shit, when your bladder, when you gotta go, they say, man, when you gotta piss, man, because you got toxins sitting in you that's affecting you, man. So gotta let God do his thing, man. So we got the mic above. So I think this is gonna be the transmitter. It's so hot in this bitch, bro. I had to go get that fan. So that's the transmitter. That's the receiver. But I'm gonna show you where this comes into, right? Comes into play. Had a different button pressed down. Well, this is embarrassing, right? Oh, well, that's because I had both pressed in. But yeah, so where this is going to come into handy, and technically this is how I should do this, right? So usually I wouldn't even turn down my monitors and there'd be a bunch of bleeding and feedback and all of that, but you know, we doing this for demonstrative purposes. So this basically, like I said, all of this shit I'd be too lazy to do, we doing it now. So because I use my monitors back there, so if you catch up on the lab, and I guess I got a vlog series coming. I got a lot of vlog series coming. I got a lot of shit coming, man. All about engagement with the youth, but I hear the white noise too for some reason. Let me get to the bottom of that. Yeah. But that's why I had to clear this space, because we got different shit going on, you know. Different, all these wires, and you know, gotta be moving and sticking, but damn. But as you can see, if you listening to what I'm saying, if you showing me love enough to listen to everything I'm saying, I'm giving you $1,000,000 worth of motherfucking game. But what I was saying is, usually what you see here, with this shotgun mic, I could talk freely, talk as loud as I want, and not worry about anything. But what I was saying is, I usually would be too lazy to be checking my levels and stuff, but I got everything set up. But if you've been watching the vlog series, I now have my monitors, you know, my monitor right there. Hold on, let me show out a little bit. My monitor. Oops. Hold on. Oh, my monitor. I got my monitor back there, right? I got that shit hooked up to both of my computers set up. So um, everything's just all like linked into one source now. Like I can control everything. So now everything is just efficient. And you know, if I wanted to, I could get up and turn my monitors down. I could play the game through them. I could mix. I could, you know, record a song, and I don't have to worry about X, Y, Z. So I still gotta fuck around with this thing too, and fuck around with the placement. But like I said, real technically, what I never did is I never really set it up and like monitored it live. You know, I was always too lazy to do it, and that's how I came up with my lab setup. Is everything that I'm too lazy to do, I'm like, bro, I need a button for that. You know what I'm saying? I need a solution. And so shout out to Meal, even though that motherfucker don't always do all the extra shit that I'ma do. He's he's still my engineer. You know what I'm saying? So whether or not he want to put in the extra work, man, and become a content creator, because everybody don't want to do it. It's just that's just another hustle I was trying to put him on. Whether he want to do it or not, that's up to him. But you know, the opportunity is always there. But at the same time, we not gonna breastfeed niggas. You know, that's not fair. Men gotta be men. You kill what you eat. So
right now, I'm just trying to get these wires from underneath this chair and get a nice little path to where I can roll the chair around and not worry about
running into the wires. But see how I told y'all, man, I could go from here, right? So I could go from here doing my thing, right? Or I could motherfucking switch up on niggas, right? That's how crazy I could switch up on niggas is turn here and boom, play the game, right? Play my game, right? I'm locked into the gaming world. I'm tuned in to what I'm seeing right here on this on the you know, really move it closer so y'all really can get in depth, right? And really what I'm still supposed to be doing is having my headphones on, checking my monitors, right? Having a nice little setup every stream. And so what I really had to do is I had to get a nice little headphones set up, some headphone cables to take my monitoring headphones, put them into my other preamp. But me actually having two high quality preamps where I could monitor my shit at 192 actually helped the most, you know. So I'm able to, even if I don't have solutions or devices that necessarily give me an immediate solution to my problem, sometimes it is good to be able to, all right, if I don't have a device that does it, if I can't press a button, have it to where at least I can, if I have to physically get up and unplug something, it's already set up to where here I just take a cable here or there, you know what I'm saying? And so that's a lot of programming, wiring, and networking I had to do. But hey man, everything is good. Of course, I still probably need to get newer cables and things like that. But I mean, shit, all is good. All is good, and Mill's gonna help me with. See, like yeah, if I turn here, you know what I'm saying. If I turn here, it's a different sound, different source. But you know, I'm still edible. I mean, not edible, audible. But yeah, Mill's gonna help me out with you know, basically he's already helped me out with selecting certain and researching. Really, I do all my own research at the end of the day, but I'll come up with an idea and I'll have him do the preliminary aspect of it of like, yo, find me this or look into this, give me the information on this, and then I'll make a decision. Basically, you know, he'll do the searching for me, you know, the busy work, and then I could just go in and find the shit out myself. But feel like yo. I feel like this isn't loud enough, but this is what I was gonna speak on. Is previously why the fuck can I hear? Oh. I have no idea what that sound, that hissing is. Maybe that's from the game, but previously, yeah. Huh? That's crazy. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm like previously that would have been too much work for me to do to feel like I was doing right. That's how I would have felt. I'm just keeping it a stack. Like I would have been too lazy because it was too much shit going on, too much shit I didn't have going on, to where you feel me. I didn't have it to where everything was just set up the correct way, but now everything is set up the correct way. It's more or less, yeah. Yeah, it's more. Hello. It's more or less more natural this way. I guess I could turn that one up. But see how I could turn here or I could turn here and you could still hear me. So that's kind of like now I can hear myself. I'm monitoring everything to making sure my volume is right. These are things I wouldn't do earlier because it's like I'm like there's definitely there's definitely, should I say, an easier way to do it, and I wasn't always employing the easiest, most convenient, efficient solution. But now we got it set up in place. That's what I mean about setting a lab up and building a lab up. And, these are different things I'm gonna be able to show people, and this stuff I've been working on for years, and sharing budgets, and then even just having technical conversations about the techniques or methods we may use when recording something, or coming up with an idea, or doing some video production wise and putting shit on, and different platforms and equipment. These are things I'm gonna share. So, but I feel like, yeah, this mic ain't coming in. The fuck? It's crazy. It's almost like a short in this motherfucking thing, which I think it is. That's why I'm not a fan of this preamp. Now, now it's working. But see, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I can't hear this shit. But let me see now. Yeah, see, I hear it now. But man, see, even still, stuff we working on. But this is like my first time setting. I'll just set this shit up on the live, but just showing the capabilities of that. That's what the lab is about, and it's really about. It's really about getting back to making the content that we want to make, like this, and keeping shit cool or whatever, to where, like I said, if I want to go back and forth, right? If I want to, turn here, or if I really just want to motherfucking play my game, be right here and be zoned in, it's a whole nother, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother dynamic, if you ask me. And then based on this setup is how we gonna have shit set up in here and placed around the room and programmed to where I could do my different platforms, and that's gonna dictate the design. And it's all production based. Setting my levels and however I want to come in and yada yada yada. And then, you feel me? And then tuning it. I don't know what's good with this, but My shit don't need to be fucking up like that. But yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got this shit to the point where it's set up in 2 different ways, you know? So however we want to do it, you know? And really, I could just have it to where, like I say, if I just want it hella crispy on some shit like this, that's how we doing it. That's how we rocking, you know? And of course, I need to hear this again and set it up again the way it's supposed to be set up. But, you know, I mean, it is what it is, you feel me? And then, like, mainly, when I don't feel like being on camera, right? That's why I got this mic set up. Like, when I don't feel like being on camera, you know, we switch it up. We make that the main cam. Switch it up. You find me? And you know, we come over there with it and get on that mic, you know what I'm saying? But that's just the different things we could do. So we just get that up out of here. And you know, who knows? I probably would I would feel more comfortable physically getting up and turning the other one off, you know, depending on how it sounds. But you know, in that case, you know what I'm saying, we wouldn't even have necessarily a problem going and turning all these lights off and doing whatever, and we would just rock out, play this shit out loud. You straight up and down with the shit. We keeping it real. You know what I mean? Straight up turn the lights off in this bitch like that, you know what I mean? And just get to rocking out like this, and hell, we keeping it really a stack. Turn all this little shit off and just rock out like this. You know what I mean? Then I can save battery or whatever, and I got everything set up. So if I gotta set the cam back on, set the cam back up, I could just turn it on with the press of a button straight up, you know? And then of course we get the wiring right based on the setup. But you feel me? Just straight up turn the camera off. You know what I mean? And if I got to, I could turn this other mic off, but you know, we'll leave this on just for now, so I'm getting picked up when I'm turning this way. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm turning this way, I got everything picking me up, and then when I boom, lock back in with what I'm doing right here with the game on that big setup. See how I'm going from mic to mic on that big setup, man. Bam, you know what I'm saying? And even more bam, you know, because that's another thing too. When I'm playing the game, I ain't got to worry about just relying only on this mic and this mic picking me up, you know? And, oh, I don't want this in my face. I don't want this. I don't want that because it's bleeding or I'm not comfortable. Because when it was my only mic that I had set up, I wouldn't necessarily like having it in my face because it'd affect my movement, how I was playing the game or whatever. Like I wasn't comfortable. Because then I'm like, all right, I got to constantly change being comfortable and get in front of the mic. But it's like, nah, I got this other one in case I want to turn around. I ain't got to worry about even Boom moving it, even though that's something else I considered as well. So, we all got covered. Or if I want to turn the other way, I'm like, oh, I don't want to have to grab this mic, move it, and yada yada yada, right? But now we got all them different scenarios being covered, and so now, what I'm saying, we could rock out and lock in whatever content I was gonna make. So the content I was gonna make, and boom, we could even cut this other little light off because I don't even feel like I'm in that zone right now. But this all production, man, and design. So all the content I was gonna make, so boom, I was just gonna rock out and ride to the gym and get some sparring in. So you find me? That's what we gonna do. And even how I wanted to let my seat down here, I ain't gotta worry about being on camera or nothing like that, or nothing being in the way. I could just rock out and in the dark like I would do if I'm really just playing the game by myself. That's really how I would rock out anyways. And then I could take this mic, turn that way, and I got worried about the bleed through, because really I'm worried about the bleed through, because I know production wise, all right, I'm coming through both mics, woo, and that's making me not even lean in and rock with the mic of my choice, because I'm like, oh, I could turn this way and niggas can hear me. But like I said, if I really keep it a stack 10 and I singularize my input situation, right? My input source, my singularization, and realize that, okay, I'm just coming in through this one input, this one source. Then what? I'm gonna get this source right here, this mic right here, all my motherfucking attention like I need to. Only thing I don't like is this mic stand hella tall when I'm sitting down, but it don't matter. We could, bro. I'm a beast with this shit, so really can angle the mic up like this, get it out my face, and then, and that's how you get me talking more calm in my voice, and ready to entertain if that's what I need. If that's what zone I'm in. So hold on real quick. Let me tend to my hand real quick. And there we go. Really, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this, cause had this shit all in my face, but nigga really just wanna motherfucking play the game for real without his hand hurting too much. But you see how I did all of this shit in one night, man. It's a lot of progress, and now I'm sitting in this bitch with my feet up. Oh, and don't make me forget where the icing on the cake. And then, like I said, I'm still comfortable enough to where I'm working, still working, pushing out content, right? I'm still live, so everything I'm doing is gonna be both recorded and uploaded to the YouTube. I'm performing, I'm doing everything, and I'm kicking in. I'm relaxing, I'm locked in, I'm relaxing in my zone. Yeah, then I just adjust everything around my comfort. And then, yeah, you see, you feel me? I'll cover it through right there through the mic as I'm talking. That's just how the shit go. Even though it look a little delayed, don't it? Yeah, that's how delayed that shit is. That's crazy. The voice delayed, but my motherfucking ain't shit else delayed. Ain't that crazy? I guess maybe it's not that crazy to you. That shit crazy to me. But you know, that's how it is. Plain and simple. A nigga would be what, laying down, get up and go to the gym and do what I gotta do. Is we gonna role play in this stage or whatnot? But no, I don't feel like doing all that. I'll lift that TV on. Get up. That's another thing too. So everything on my mind, I could just speak on this all right here. This is the kind of setup I really wished to always have. But you know, here we go. I want to have enough outfits to where I have to set my outfits to where it's like I wake up and I got my generic shit that I would be doing. So all of these stuffs, obviously, I wouldn't be rocking with. So, where my band at? There we go. Keeping my fingers together so I'm not bending my knuckle too much. But you know I got some shit, but some fly ass shit that I would have had before, but we use this as a little template, But yeah, when a nigga get up, just gonna have that wife beater on. That's what I need to do. Change this outfit. So this is a generic outfit. This would not work in Vegas, so I need to get rid of it. It's fly, don't get me wrong. But sneakers, too hot. It's too hot out there. How do I know? Because I done gained some in-depth, in-person information, some experimental, empirical data, some what they call it, observational. There's some observational things in my quest to method act to add some more ancillary information and detail to my series to make it more realistic. So we already know this how a nigga gonna wake up, straight up. Wake up, But then that's the thing, I had that hoodie on, so I'll probably have a little wife beater on. And then I'm only doing, so it's like, why is a nigga going through all this detail? It's just to add the layers of real life and actual events that would take place to the series, The more information you add, the more realistic you make it. Could have sworn I had some better glasses I was gonna wear. These are what I wear now. It's like some better ones on here. I'm like, do I need to find, well, obviously when I play, here we go, that's what I was gonna do. I need to find I need to figure out how, find a nice little volume to where my button clicking is not in the background. But those would be different modes. I really was gonna say, I'm gonna save that for the modes where when I'm playing live and I'm actually recording, like, cause right now this is just streaming, but when I'm actually internally recording, right, gameplay to be used in the production of the series, which that's gonna be a whole nother motherfucker of like cut or redoing things, or it's so crazy because it's only so much stuff we could stage, because technically I could stage the fights, but the whole idea is to not stage the fights. Like, those will be live, and the workouts and all that stuff will be live, the sparring will be live. So it's so many ancillary, like, pre-rehearsal, like that's why we have to go through setting all of these things up and like doing tests and like staging, because when I say staging, I don't mean faking it, but it's like we have to have it to where we can capture these things live. Where tank tops? Because once they're live, once we're actually doing these things, we gotta be able to capture that shit. You know what I mean? The way it's going. That little bitch obsessed with it. I did fix my aux situation, right? Yeah, I did. So we can get back on that. My phone is charged enough. And only for this, like I got my phone hooked up into a damn extension cord, like them country ass ones. Like, so that shit got my phone hot. Cause I got that big ass block with the shit too. So, that shit don't like that. So I gotta really, we'll just do that while I stream. But even that's just an element of setting shit up in the lab, Trying to plug this shit up. So, see, man, what we gonna listen to, man, while we getting dressed for the day. That's how we gonna start doing this shit. Even though this shit coming through my speakers. So I've been playing this shit, and I was like, something was missing right while I was doing this, but that's how I'm so locked in. But that's what's missing, right? Is the adding of stimuli, right? The additional stimuli of it coming through my monitor. So we're gonna do that now, but we'll probably maybe do that after we play this song, get it at a good volume. But everything's physical enough to where I could get up and manually do things. The whole point is to be fun. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we gonna get up and get ready to us, man, and do our thing. Like, it's really gonna put me on. Just add life to my music, man. What I'm saying, the imagery.
Every set that I came with, every set that you can't claim with, every set that I came from with. Hey, bitch, you know that I set the whole game up. What?
All of a sudden, I have to take my glasses off. I'm gonna work out, but
fuck, they ain't never gonna change this now. Nigga forever look dangerous. What? Nigga, I'm stepping with nigga gon' anxious. Stepping with angels. You know, I know my motherfucking worth. I know my soul. I know
was
my
I supposed to be
game.
creating
Nigga, I
a
know my role.
preset?
Nigga, I won't be a clone. Nigga, I won't be exposed. I won't be a bold. Hoes wanna cry me a river. You know I'm the bitch. You know I'm the boat. You know I'm the
see, if I'm in a hotel like this,
like
it's gonna be getting cold. Now look at the weather. That's some bullshit.
She wanna get it for the recipe, knowing it mad at me. Baby, she sucking that told her the friend, suck up the rest of me, knowing I'm that nigga, baby.
Take a
You
shot.
can't even argue that. Bad little bitch, she popping that pussy, I'm popping that flat, and you arching your back.
One thing about me, I do not like stuff on when I'm walking around in the room.
Man, hands behind your back, cardiac arrest, that's a
Shit
heart
distracts
attack.
me.
You know I'm hard as that. What nigga you know that's hard as that? Hey,
I remember I was supposed to be watching the stream there, like my film. Oh, and that's another thing I gotta add, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta set that up. I ain't set that up. Even though that shit should be downloaded by now. But remember, I got the little OBS set up, so that's the value of what I did earlier. Turn the TV off. How do I turn the TV off? Turn the TV on. That's crazy. You turn the TV on over here, and that shit stays on. Everywhere else around the room, that doesn't make sense.
Bitch, I'm taking shit like I ain't got a pot to piss in, but I'm doing this shit, you know what I'm jotting it. Nigga, that's a name in a game that I'm jotting with. Jotting that I flame and I came, that shit obvious. You ain't got a game or a brain, you a daddy bitch. You ain't know a daddy bitch. Never started shit. Never stocking quit.
This is so fly that I could do this. This is a lab for your ass.
That's hard.
back, nigga. Obsessed with the paper, bad little bitch. She's, you know what I'm saying? This how I really be when I get up. You know what I'm saying? Get in my zone, and you know what I'm saying? We just gonna do it like this, and as if we going to the gym or whatever. We just creating some kind of narrative, some kind of pace. So when I'm actually doing this shit, I'm actually creating content in the moment in time, and it's reflecting what I would have really done. It's role playing from the moment I just jump on. I ain't gotta jump into character or do too much, you know what I'm saying?
These hoes obsessed with the ones that I came with. Every set that I came with, what? Every set that you can't claim with. Every set that I came from with. No, hey, bitch, you know that I set the whole game up, what?
You know what I'm saying? And ideally it'd be coming out my monitors or whatever, but this is set the platform at just me doing my gaming stream and capturing a lot of the content that go into the construction series that I don't really be having my shit set up to do, but then I wake up in the middle of the night or I wake up early in the day, just knock out real quick. It's a lot of construction work, but now I got a platform or a network, I could say, to get this shit captured. And I still haven't even listened on the black. Yeah. I'll see on the back end when I watch it.
Baby, you can't even argue that.
That little bitch, she popping that pussy,
I'm popping that flat, and you arching your back. Don't give a fuck if a nigga can't arrest me, nigga. Hands behind your back, man. Hands behind your back, cardiac arrest. That's a heart attack. No, you know your heart attack.
There you go.
That's hard as that. Hey, all that down for you, baby. Nigga, and I'm running with all that bitch with all that bad. Hey, all that bad. Like you 2 rings, I'ma call up that like page of story. I could bitch, I shot this bitch.
Where my
I didn't know it was obvious. You know what I'm scoping on. You know what I'm scoping shit, microscopic shit.
On the hard so shit. It be too hot in Vegas for any of that.
Beat the pussy up, you know I'm popping quick. I'm popping quick. On the shit and I'm popping quick. You know so I'm mobbing with all of my niggas. I'm mobbing with.
I'm gonna call these my Yeezys.
I've been popping, mobbing niggas.
I even wear some different ones to the gym today.
Nigga, you know I'm got this shit. In this bitch, I'm taking shit like I ain't got a pot to piss in, but I'm doing
But you know,
this
just
shit.
you need something comfortable that could breathe
Nigga,
and
that's a
give you
name
some
in a game that I'm shining with.
some cushion on
that
your
I
feet.
flame and I came, that
I
shit
can't even talk
obvious.
'cause I got
You
this shit
ain't
in
got
my
a
ear.
game or a brain, you a dotty bitch. You ain't know a dotty bitch.
You know, I'll be anemic, so you know, I'll put a little hoodie on to get in the car. I'm only going to the car.
That's hard.
Something simple. You know, I gotta have my gym bag on there. Let's go. Be hot, but then sometimes you know what you wanna call that, like the air when you letting some air. I like the parachute. Damn. Put your hood on. Let the air come in a little bit. It like catches the air. I can't think of the term right now. No, I'm just gonna act like I got my AirPods on. Like I said, I'm gonna say all of this stuff because this is the construction series, you know. Breaking the fourth wall, you know.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Okay. Yeah. I'm saying. Okay.
Take my bag off.
I know that shit.
That's how I really be walking through, you feel me?
Back is a motherfucker.
Hey, obsessed with a brain, man. I'm saying, going to the gym and get some work.
Obsessed with a neighbor, come with his bitch and I'm okay. Hey, girl, forever on waiting, bad little bitch. Forever a hater. Hey, taking this bitch and I'm stepping on gators. What? Bitch, and I step when everything you know I came. These hoes obsessed with the ones that I came with. Every set that I came with. What? Every set that you can't claim.
I gotta worry about the
Every
volume
set that I
right
came
now
from.
because
Hey, bitch,
the
you know
monitor
that I
is
set
set
the whole
up,
game
so
up. What? When I'm
When I get in the car, I'm really finna blast this bitch, bro. Since I know it's coming through my headphones.
Nigga forever look dangerous, what? Nigga, I'm stepping with, nigga, no angels, stepping with angels, nigga, you know, I'm knowing my motherfucking worth, I know my soul, I know my identity, nigga, I know my role, nigga, I won't be a clone, nigga, I won't be exposed, I won't be a bold, hoes wanna, hoes wanna call me a river, you know what I'm, bitch, you know I'm the bold, you know I'm being me, knowing I'm being me, calling them plays, I'm ballin', ball head nigga like Eric, bending me, knowing she enemy, knowing she enemy, bitch, you enemy, knowing she wanna get it for the recipe, knowing it mad at me, baby, she sucking that told her the friend, suck up the rest of me, knowing I'm that nigga, baby, you can't even argue that, bad little bitch, she popping that pussy, I'm popping that flat, you arching your back, don't give a fuck, but nigga can't arrest me, nigga, behind your back, man, hands behind your back,
when you playing it feel fun, but like, when you watching that shit back, it's so bad.
That's the hardest day. Hey, all that on producer, baby.
Takes the realest.
And I'm running with an
So you
artist.
see this over here, like this
Bitch
movie
with all
theater.
that. Hey, all that bad like me, 2 rings. I'm call up bad like pages.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
I
Shorty
bitch, I shot
was
you
playing
playing.
this,
I'm
like,
hiding. You know it's obvious.
having
You know
realism,
I'm scoping
like, knowing where it's located.
Shit, microscopic shit.
Just the
Bad little
everyday
bitch, she standing
navigate
at the
and
light,
all
she ain't
that
stopping
sort of
shit. I'm
things.
red,
Just
just
the-
to beat the pussy up. You know I'm popping
Like
quick.
getting
I'm
to the
popping
joint,
quick.
they
Oh
engaging
shit,
and
I'm popping quick.
going out of there,
So
trying to
I'm popping
know
quick.
where it's
All my
at.
niggas, I'm popping quick. I'm popping bitch, you so bad, she stopping kids. Popping, popping, credit, hey, popping hits. Hey, I'm mobbing, hey, nigga, you know I'm guiding this shit. Running this bitch, I'm taking shit like I ain't got a pot to piss in, but I'm doing this shit, you know what I'm jotting it. Nigga, that's a name in a game that I'm jotting with. Knowing that I flame and I came, that shit obvious. You ain't got a game or a brain, you a dotty bitch. You ain't know what I'm dotty
On this
bitch.
corner right here.
Starting shit. Knowing that my stock and quit. Knowing that I'm stock. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck going on with that. That's hard.
You know, and that'll be the drive. Like right here, it's hard for me to get the drive, but I'm just excited knowing I'm gonna get in the gym and put that work in, man. And just this coming and going, that's gonna be, you know, pretty much the daily flight path of my character.
I love what I'm gonna do on that beat. I know that shit we back. Hey, we back, nigga. We back as a motherfucker. Hey, step in the raid, okay. Bitch, she obsessed with papers. Hey, obsessed with the name. Come on, this bitch.
But this shit, boy, I need my headphones.
Forever on waiting, bad little bitch. Nigga mad at me forever a hater. Hey, stepping this bitch and I'm stepping on gators. What? Bitch, and I step when everything you know I came. These hoes obsessed with the ones that I came with. Every set that I came with. What? Every set that I came claim with. Every set that I came from. What? No, hey, bitch, you know that I set the whole game up. What? And when I'm stepping in the city just to step my whole name up. Stepping my name up.
Lock my car, so shit
Fuck, they
on.
never gonna change this now.
If I don't do it, we'll just go back.
Nigga, I'm stepping with nigga, no angels, stepping with angels. Knowing you know, I'm knowing my motherfucking worth. I know my soul, I know my identity. Nigga, I know my role. Nigga, I won't be a clone. Nigga, I won't be exposed. I won't be a bold. Hoes wanna, hoes wanna call me a river. You know what I'm, bitch, you know I'm the bold. You know I'm being me, knowing I'm being me. Calling them plays, I'm ballin', ball head nigga like Eric. Bending me, knowing she enemy, knowing she enemy. Bitch, enemy, knowing she wanna get it for the recipe. Knowing it mad at me. Baby, she sucking that told her the friend. Suck up the rest of me. Knowing I'm that nigga, baby. You can't even argue that. Bad little bitch, she popping that pussy. I'm popping that flat. You arching your back.
I done made it to where I'm thinking I'm actually walking into the gym. That's how you
Hands
know.
behind your back, cardiac arrest. That's a heart attack. You know your heart attack. Well, you know that's the hardest day. Hey, all that on producer, baby. Nigga, and I'm running with an artist. All that bitch with all that bad. Hey, all that bad like me, 2 rings. I'ma call up bad like Page the story. Like a bitch, how I shot that bitch. So I'm kinda, you know it's obvious. You know when I'm scoping, you know when I'm stopping shit, microscopic shit. Bad little bitch, she standing at the light, she ain't stopping shit. I'm red, pussy up. You know I'm popping quick, I'm popping quick. You know the shit, I'm popping quick. You know I'm showing I'm mobbing with. All of my niggas, I'm mobbing with. I'm mobbing, bitch, you can't walk. He's so bad, she stopping this shit. When this bitch, I'm taking shit like I ain't got a pot to piss in, but I'm doing this shit, you know what I'm jiving it. Nigga, that's a name in a game that I'm jiving with. Knowing that I flame and I came, that shit obvious. You ain't got a game or a brain, you a dotty bitch. You ain't know a dotty bitch. I'm starting shit. Knowing that my stocking quit. Knowing that I'm stopping. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck going on with that. That's hard. You know how we gotta get it, man. We gotta get in here and warm up. Let me take these headphones off, matter of fact. And let's just lock in, you know? Little sparring session. I was about to go into legacy mode. A little sparring session before I lay my ass down. You know, so now I'm playing that shit out my monitors, took my headphones off. So if I do play music, I'm gonna have to play it low because it's covered out loud. I don't want it to be too loud. Combos, what we wanna do? Yeah, heavy bag.
All right, kid. Let's see those combos on the heavy bag. Punches and weaves. Let's go.
So this is what I like to work on, which is that jab, right hook, left uppercut, right hook. Because, you know, I like punching diagonally, meaning what if I punch down here, come back up there.
That's it. Just like that. That's it.
Hey.
Those arms moving.
Get
Keep
loose
those
on
legs
this
moving.
bitch. Jab to the body, straight to the body, stand low. Hip.
You can't last here.
Good body
You
work,
won't
because when
last
you
in the
change
ring.
levels, that's how you slip under punches.
Faster, faster.
In fact, let me do something while I'm in here. This is the stuff I'll be too lazy to do, but, you know, we gotta shut him up. Just let me work. You know, that shit do be motivating, but sometimes it's just about coming in here and getting right so you get to sparring. Your punch recognition right. All that kind of shit. And they don't even feel right not being able to hear these niggas. And two, you know, I don't always gotta do the drive back home if I don't feel like it. You know, that's implied. But, you know, sometimes you get in the GTA, you know, to drive around, get in the car. Ooh. Always reshoot me leaving. Whatever. Sometimes in the show, it will cut to me even not leaving. But this is just a, I say this is a maximization of everything, just putting everything together with the real life shit. It's just crazy. Being that one with the art. If that even is what I'm doing, it's what I'm trying to do at least. We'll see on the back end. really get in the zone in here without the damn trainers talking to you and shit. I wonder what the sparring is like. Do I even want to experience that? It's crazy to think about. It's like I'm getting into a whole nother zone when I'm walking in without just hearing the motherfucker. But this really how you come in, get right and warm up, man. Real talk. Sometimes I'm gonna feel like explaining shit, sometimes I'm not. Right now I do, but I don't. Too much shit on my mind. There was some shit I was watching on the film though too, like when I be coming straight in with my left. I gotta watch it again, but it's like I come straight in with my left instead of just stepping, fighting off the back foot. It's too busy. I'm too busy trying to go for the knockout. So whenever I get warm, going in with the sparring in, that's what we gonna do. Work on my middle, straight down the middle. One, two. Just being creative, seeing what I see, turn into something. Like all right down the middle right here. Just everything, shooting everything down the middle. I'm not changing my angle too much. Yeah, shoot that right down there. Middle, straight up. Just standing in the pocket, firing back is really how I'm looking at this shit. That's what it's moving in the pocket. Work on it as we go. But see, that's right there, finding something that I know I need to work on. Finding the answers. Side and they come up top. They come to the other side. whatever. We gonna do that. Let's get it, man. We're gonna just jump straight into it. It's crazy seeing these venues. It feel like I'm really there. You really get to plan this. You really put you in that zone. One thing I was looking at too. You know, when you watching film, of course, it's just like just stand punches, but when you throwing, it's like feel the stamina, feel the energy loss, and effort loss. I was just working on that, just setting everything up. And two, one thing you can't see in film is you getting hit, you getting hurt. Work rate, man, to turn into that robot. You have to. Right there. These 2 minute runs, it's like I'm finding the same work rate that I did in that 3. So that's what we'll do. You know, when it comes to the series, it's me coming into the gym. I'm trying to get in that working, and, you know, working on specific things like that. Obviously, we have to start from the basics, but I like this because what I'm really doing is simulating and catching up with the boxing experience that my character's supposed to have had anyway, to feel confident enough to move out here to try to go to the amateurs anyway. There's still certain things I need to see too. Might do that tonight, who knows? I'm not too tired to make them welterweights. Instead of leaning it, I could just go straight back. Certain things I'm seeing in the film, necessarily want to go all the way back. That's why I'm learning new things. What way you want to advance in this motherfucker? There you go, that punch. See? That's what I'm looking for. right here and this nigga still can't hit me. That's what I'm talking about.
I ain't never stopping, never stopping, never stopping. Baby, never popping. We stopping popping. Niggas hating on me. Never ever watch me play white.
Get that realistic, that texture, that sound, touch to it. Punches. That weight to it. That's like a film when I see I'm trying to kill someone, it's like I can just feel that I want to take something out of it. Of course, you got the technical, fundamental layer, like, all right, that's the open, break them down. The body can even take this much, but then, like, being in there, it's like, this nigga ain't fast enough. Unorthodox entries too, because I know the better I get, the less these niggas can be able to just take these punches and see. Like, I just feel like I'm even getting better too. The nuances. Steady traps. Open everything up, you know what I'm saying? Stuff on the film, man, watch it. There's a lot of punches on the throw. Just putting that pressure on there, just walking to me. You feel that pressure, just gotta keep sticking to it, to the game plan, to the approach. Just land, eventually, wear them down. And don't give an inch, but that's what I'm starting to realize too. Can't waste too many punches. Either you're gonna commit to, touching touching them up every time something open, or doing all that extra shit. Just depend. The extra shit can get you what you want, but if If it don't, then what? It's gonna be a little too late. Trying to get back to the basics. Oh. Gotta get that one back. Pity pat punches laying in there to let him get the gauge on your rhythm. Keep walking straight in. Sometimes I'm learning too, don't worry too much about the punch being thrown there. Just, navigate, smother it, lean into it, nigga, man, fuck it. Little bitch. Bitch. Give me some shit, I'm hitting you with some shit. I wanna hurt a nigga, I can't, That's too, sometimes it's about maybe survive that round with your gas tank combat. It's an art, man. It's a contest, a competition. Let's go. Oh, you got me looking for the big 7 out. I gotta dig deep. Oh, I'm selling out. It's all gonna make sense. Like once I get all the production right, the quality shit right, it's gonna be a hell of an experience. The video gonna be clearer. It's just all POC construction series right now. Making sure the idea is good enough to put the money in the equipment above it, behind it. See, that's one thing I wasn't watching with. So I seen that on film when I jumped in with that left. Instead of jumping in and taking that 1-2, and with that jab, and then step back, he walking into it, right? Instead of trying to move with my legs, I gotta be able to also block these shits. Me too, not even reacting. Just same thing as him, march forward sometimes. There's that shit at march forward. Oh, yeah, like that. Look. Take this fucking chain off. That little flare joint. These two just fighting off instinct and movement. What? A nigga had me losing? Somebody else. We ain't gotta fight a nigga till we knock him out. That ain't fair all the time. But we gonna kick it up though. Put me in there with a dog. The dog himself. Like I'm in the soundtrack to the game. Making it have characteristics. Down that shit's so hard. So floss. But they old games better than new shit. Yeah, I'm sharp. I'm catching on more to the shit niggas doing. Think about making it pay instead of just boxing. Ain't gonna be so big. And two, no one punches you, they take. Like I said, I fought that nigga Noble Judah. Real pro. Took his shit. That's the experience. See, it's all about square and circles. See, the fundamentals ain't gonna get you through this. It ain't gonna necessarily be able to help you beat this dude because you're gonna need some tricks, but it'll close that gap of like experience and skill. Maybe athleticism. So that I can get through the little moments to where I'm not as as skilled, but then, take away some of the things, then they're playing some of my tricks. To make up for this much of a difference, you need tricks, man. See? Big on me too, but nigga. Oh, he landed big. I landed big. And then too, the better you get, the different you approach these guys, so that you feel different things in the ring. Maybe I never felt something from him because it was like I was already sticking and moving, but now I'm really feeling the pressure. And I'm not accepting it now. I'm like, nah, a nigga ain't just finna walk me back. Where before I would have accepted that, like, oh, that's what I gotta do. He's that much better than me. I'm like, nah, fuck that. He trying to hurt me, so now I'm trying to hurt him. That's the way you deal with that. You know what I mean? That's what you learn. If I don't get his respect or I don't make him pay, he got the power to just keep walking me down. He's gonna trust his power. See that head, he wearing me down. Fuck. I realize these niggas in way better shape than me too. Look. There we go. I gotta be a quick one because he's seeing me. I'm gonna come up top on the other side. Remember? Same heavy bag shit, bro, but it's just in action. But the element of stamina and moving and somebody throwing punches back. They say that bag don't hit back. So I'm in good shape. That's another thing too, is just trying not to expand myself too much on punches. Remember, these dudes was wearing me down with this pressure. So look, see, even there, just staying calm. Realize when he gonna throw some wild shit, catch him. Instead of reacting to everything, just see the punch coming. Maybe I might not need to move. Trying to get me to do big moves so you can counter, see? Just throwing wild punches to get me to basically run into him. That's what a power combination is. Oh, you catch me. Found another entry in there. See? He got a little too much thing on this shit right now. Found another way in there. Gotta hit him with something big to back him up. Or just start countering that right hand when he comes in. Matter of fact, that uppercut. Some, see? 'Cause that's what it is. I'm too busy trying to come to him, but I also don't want to move back, so just taking that motherfucker away instead of trying to land on him. Because the thing about him, he gonna take a few to give a few. When he give you, that's gonna be worse than what you giving him. Because he got that kind of power and that kind of heart and strength to be able to take punches and give. That's why he able to come forward like that. But it's like, I gotta find a hole in that. Like, they can run into a punch on his. Already taking away that right hand though. Take away the right hand, and I'm gonna try to take away the jab and the body punches with the left. My movement, whenever I catch him just where he ain't supposed to be, okay. If I don't, that's what's gonna happen. Take away that right hand, whenever he getting ready to throw it, counter him, something, bleed. Catch him with it down. If I don't, I'm just gonna throw it free and set it up. See? Whatever, don't matter. As long as it's not that right. Let them know, look, every time you think about throwing it, see? I'm throwing something on top of it. And I just start coming around. You're so worried about me countering that right hand. A lot of these guys, man, can catch my left foot coming in. Maybe I'm just not, see, I'm not taking my feet, but it's like, they feel slow. Bro, he ain't even throwing. Catch him coming in. I see him jumping in. Hey, like I say, this all the on the fly shit. We gotta see, like, oh, I don't like it. You keep moving me back, you know? But I really ain't necessarily got the power or the speed to deal with him right now. So just navigating the ring. Got him again. Sit on them punches. Up. We're gonna hurt him this one. We're gonna try to. Enough leads on him. That's like what Sean O'Malley was talking about when you stop somebody from doing what they trying to do. You getting leads on what they're trying to do, you taking it away, and that's giving you opportunities to try to catch them coming in now, because you done pretty much got them to expose themselves, right? Because when you take away the first option, the nigga gotta go to his third option, just gonna let you know, like, damn, you know, it's like a bitch, you know, bitch shut you down a couple times. Eventually, you just gonna have to straight up beg for the pussy at that point. She gonna see you coming. That's why hoes play hard to get. Ooh. Now he's just imposing his physicality on me. That's why I don't like boxing music, because then when the music goes off, you stuck on that same tempo. Hello. predictable. You saw one beat. This gotta switch up the beat. He killing me coming in. See, he's standing on his punches, so whenever he's playing hard, I'm gonna catch him with something to exit out, follow up. But I'm getting a rhythm on him too. Counter him coming in when he fall heavy on them lead foots. Damn, I forgot I'm doing this all without I done turned the trainer off. That's good or what? Not good, because you always, in the gym, you always gonna have niggas talking and giving advice. That's an element of it. We don't want to take that element out of it. That is a distraction sometimes. Sometimes a trainer could be telling you some bullshit. You gotta fight through it. Oh, I'm pulling out, trying to go for that. Shit. Ooh, see? Keep moving my hand. Let's go. Ooh. Into him now. Tiring them out. I know that whenever a nigga starts trying to tie me up, can't get to me. So I'm standing in that pocket with him. Just watching that right hand from up top. That's it. I wanted to get it finished, but hey man, that was good enough for today. Getting late, getting tired. Got some things to work on, some film to watch, whole stream to watch, man. They set everything up for the yada yada. LAB, LAK, you already know how it is. Holla at your boy. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Always keep trying to advance what we doing. Leave a comment, let me know what you think we need to improve on, man. Let's go.